Hey, everybody, I'm Mike.
I'm Bob.
I'm Tim.
I'm Mike.
Yes.
And this is the Board Game Rundown. Welcome to Whiskey Wednesday. We've got a special guest with us, maybe our longest tenured guest even, the host of the Full 42, game developer from Third World Studios, and the creator of the I did the Coos thing, didn't I?
You did.
CoosCon Gaming Convention. It's Mike Guigliano.
Woo!
You did it. You're now the second person to do it. And Chris is not alone anymore.
I did it during the
So
intro.
if you go to
even Chris has rubbed
Hold
off
on.
on me.
Asking for a friend, what's CoosCon? Because like Bob wants to know.
Yeah,
And where does he sign up?
that's right. That's a totally different convention. I don't know what you're gonna get.
It's in Reno.
It's a koozie convention. Everybody's drink will be perfectly chilled.
Perfectly chilled.
Sure.
Okay.
No. Thanks for having me on again, guys. I'm looking forward to hanging out. I know we see each other more often than not, but not often enough, right?
Agreed. Really looking forward to this time next week. We are hanging out.
Yeah.
You know, having a beverage together. Nikki just called it right there. I cannot wait to see them. I haven't seen them since CoosCon. It's been way too long. Or CoosCon.
Don't start the rumors. Don't give Chris any credit.
No shit. Cannot wait though. And Googs, one of my favorite guests to have on. You and I have the record for the longest live stream that we've done.
This is true.
It was the most fun. And my only regret on that live stream is that we actually did the top 10 list. We never should have done it.
I agree. It would have pissed off some people, but it would have been epic to have that one end without. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That will say the list for another day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
There was a
talk
little
another day.
birdie that told me that there was a good chance that Whiskey Wednesday live from Origins next week is happening. And a different birdie told me that Mike might join that live stream. Is there
really?
any truth to that?
I heard a birdie in passing say that they were going to try and do it from the road to Origins. And if that doesn't happen and you are doing it live from Origins, pretty sure you can bend my arm enough to join.
Fair enough. Because it might just be a you and me show there, Gooks. Because Bob got invited to do some cool stuff, which I was exclusively left out of. Actually, I think Googs is in on that, isn't he? Googs won't be able to do the live because he'll be at the thing.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on what time we get in, right? And I don't want to hold anybody up. I know Josh had said, so it's an RPG thing. And Josh had said that I can drop in or drop out depending on when I get there. I'm not sure what time I'm leaving here, and I don't want to hold up the party if they're doing anything. So if I'm getting there anywhere around when the RPG is launching, I still got to check into the hotel and unpack the car and do all that shit. So I don't want to hold anybody up, but things happen.
That's all right.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, it will be sweet revenge on Josh to steal you for my show from their thing. Josh and I have a very, very, very friendly and super fun rivalry going on right now. He posted a thing about Beach Day on his Facebook page, and I told him I can't wait to hate it. And then I messaged him privately and was like, it's going to be really fun to eat crow when I actually love your game. And I have to admit that I like it, but I'm going to talk mad trash until then. So
have you played it yet?
No, I love talking trash about it because I know nothing about it and it's actually probably good. So I can't wait. I love giving him a hard time because he rolls with it so well. It's super fun.
He does. But you could go back a couple weeks to the full 42 when we had Josh on and we played it. I played it a couple times now, twice. I think we played it twice on the show, and then I played it once in person at Tantrum.
Oh, right on.
It's good. It's really good. It's easy to get into. It's fun to reshuffle and play again. Yeah, it's a good one. Hey, Brandon.
Brandon, see you next week.
Got to make sure we say hi to everybody. We got Wayne in the house.
Wayne?
Hey.
It's nice that Wayne comes over here and watches you guys, too. That's
Carlos.
Nice.
Dude, Wayne is the coolest. I wish he lived closer so we could see him at some conventions. And I guess we just got to get our butts down to Florida as well. Also, since we're still kind of at the top of the show, hello to everybody watching the next day on the other side of the world, or people that have night gigs.
Future.
Yes. Enjoy your coffee with your breakfast and your rundown.
TB Games representing, including the youngest member of the team.
Yeah.
Cannot wait. So they are bringing baby Kibi. That's awesome. I love babies. Like, I love holding babies, and just like
get in my belly.
Yeah, like that. No, it's funny because like whenever we see, like, my wife and I'll be out and we'll see like a little baby, we're like, oh, did you see that baby? But we're also like, no more babies. Like
other people's babies are great.
Other people's babies are wonderful. I can like, I can do this.
Oh,
and I can do this and make them smile and laugh, hopefully, and then I can be like, okay, bye. See you later.
Is that a Naughty by Nature B-side, OPB?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
It's the B-side.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just
really limited release in the States, unfortunately.
Kind of funny that my buddy who will casually game with me sometimes messaged me earlier about getting together and eating some fried fish and asking me if the Pacers are playing tonight. The answer is yes. They play at 8:30. So if I seem distracted, it's because the game will be on right there.
Oh, I thought you were going to say because the Origins list is lacking this year.
A little bit. There's some games I'm excited about.
I mean, if we hustled, we'd probably get through it in 15 minutes, so you won't miss tip-off.
Hey! All right, Mike, let's hurry up and talk about your projects and get to this list.
It's all right. You got plenty of games for them to lose. Don't worry.
See, Nikki's got my back here. I feel better.
OPBs.
I'm just a sucker for kids. I love kids, not in a weird way. Like, they're fun, the youthful innocence, and just like, especially young kids, and like the way that even showing my kids who are now a little bit older something for the first time. Like, Clark saw like half of Spaceballs like a week ago, and he was like, this is like Star Wars, but funny. And I'm like, yes, you get it. Okay, we're going to have to watch the rest of Spaceballs now.
Nice.
So like, it's just seeing, watching them see the world the first time, right?
Waiting for Clark to call you an asshole.
Yeah.
He's gonna be in the backseat like, how many assholes in this van anyhow?
Keep firing, assholes.
Yeah. Keep driving, asshole.
We're not that far away from that, unfortunately.
That's great.
Brandon,
they are fun. They are fun when they're young, when they're not tearing up your own house.
Well,
games are fun when they're young as well and undeveloped. So you'll see me in the Unpub many times.
Ooh.
I want to be more active in there than we have been.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Well, we'll have a lot more time this year.
Correct.
At conventions, but I am going to dedicate some times because to seeing some of the people that I don't get to see at cons, since I missed Origins last year, and obviously Gen Con is always like so crazy. Like, here's the thing, right? Googs I never see outside of the hall at Gen Con because Gen Con's so busy. And not only now is he sort of a free agent, at Origins this year, but we're kind of free agents. We're helping out. Bob and I will be helping out at the BA Games booth. So you will see us there helping teach a couple of games to cover some breaks and lunches and stuff. But yeah, we're going to be free agents. Find us. Let's do stuff. We've got a board game rundown meetup, right, Mike? You got a thing for that?
Yeah, actually we do. It's right there in our Facebook group. I dropped it in Discord as well. We are doing a meetup. So that's the Friday at 8 p.m. at Origins. It's in the open gaming area. When that time gets closer, we'll figure out an exact spot and we'll let you know. But come hang out with us, play some games, or just hang out. Any of the above is welcomed. But yeah, we just want to try to get a bunch of people together just for fun.
Cool.
Yeah, and obviously, if anybody is at Origins and you're not there, you can't be there for the meetup or whatever, hit us up on the Discord. Like I said, we're running around. Like, I would love to play a game with anybody anytime anyways, but like, hit us up. Let's do some stuff. It'll be a good time.
That's fun. Yeah, Brandon's got a question. What do you do after hours of Gen Con? There's always Gen Con's a different monster, right? There's always something going on. But
Yeah.
it seems like it's so difficult to gather at Gen Con because it's so spread out. Like there's gaming in every hotel lobby you go to, even restaurants. Like you'll find stuff. But it really is hard, especially if you're rocking booths, because you're there early in the morning, you get your little lunch break or whatever you're doing if you do that. And then you're out at 6, then you want to go back to the room, refresh, then you're having dinner. Then by the time you're done with dinner and decompressing from the day, it's like I got to do this all again tomorrow. Like, I don't really want to go out. And some people do, and that's great. Like, good. But it's just hard to meet up and find a time because dinners are weird and hotels are spread out. And
Yes.
it's just odd. Origin seems like it's and PAX as well, although PAX is a little bit wonky too with the way the city's laid out. Origins just has that after hours vibe that just feels different than other ones. Not like QSCon is obviously all about gaming, right? And there's plenty of conventions that are that way. But the three biggies, right? Gen Con, Origins, and PAX, if you want to rank them. Origins is the one that just feels so much easier to get together after.
It does.
I don't know why.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I think part of it is the proximity of things, like and the fact that the open gaming hall is just right there next to the vendor hall. So you don't have to go very far, and there's always tables available. So it's very easy to find people and just sit down and play games.
Well, Gen Con, you can go to one of the open gaming areas in the hotel. You could go to the stadium. You could be in the open gaming area, which, is adjacent to the vendor hall. It's really tough to find.
Scattered, and it's far away. And there's so many choices of where to go. You don't know where you're actually going to run into people unless you kind of plan it ahead.
Mm-hmm. And then you send out your messages, right? You can send out a message like, "Hey, Bob, where are you?" But then Bob's involved in a game and doesn't get back to you for 15 minutes. So now you've decided to do something else, and then Bob gets back to you, but you don't see it for another 15 minutes because it's your turn in the game. And now a half hour has gone by, and you're like, "Fuck, what? Like, I don't even know."
Where were they?
You don't want to be like the guy on the phone,
Yeah.
But Carlos, how do we decide which games to demo when there's hundreds of? I would say I tune into the Board Game Rundown and watch their Origins preview. So
wow.
Yep. That's a good segue. We'll probably get into that right before we get into the preview. Mike, you got a few things in the pipeline. Open forum to discuss what you have coming up, of course, sir, because one of them we're going to be previewing here very soon.
Yeah, I mean, there's some stuff, right? There's always something going on. I kind of never stop. I'm starting a new thing with QSCon that some of you might like. QSCon's in September, and then there's the one in March. But I'm doing campaign. Oh, we have a special guest. I say hi.
Hey,
hi, buddy.
It's the artist.
I see your faux hawk. It's very nice. Thank you.
I love it.
You want to say hi to? That's Mike.
Hi, Mike.
That's Bob.
Hi,
Bob.
And that's Tim.
Hi, Tim.
And then say hi to everybody in the chat. Say hi, everyone in the chat.
Hi, everyone in the chat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he's growing up so much.
Yeah, he's getting big.
I'm jealous of the hair, man. That's a good style.
Yeah, enjoy it while you can, right, Tim?
Hey,
Exactly.
everyone not over here. Over here.
I'm not sure we're allowed to show guns on YouTube.
You got the big.
Oh wow.
Oh, he's
Smith
realizing
Wesson.
he's lifting his right arm, but the one on the screen is on the left, so it's
right.
Oh, he's looking at it.
Yeah, opposite.
It's the
I
way
did not buy
it inverts the
tickets to this gun show. Smith and Wesson, not a sponsor, but they
could be.
Yeah, it's a free gun show tonight.
Over here.
Yeah. See,
Oh yeah.
Over there.
Hey, I got a question for you. Who's your favorite Star Wars character?
Who's your...
All of them.
Oh,
All of
good
them?
answer.
That's
Good
a good answer.
Good answer.
And
That's a good
what's
answer.
this?
Do you have a favorite Star Wars character? You don't have a.
I don't have this logo on that. Who is it? Darth Vader?
Darth Vader?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you like
Ooh.
Darth Vader?
Yeah. I
He's
don't
a good
have
one.
Darth Vader.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's a good one.
Well, I don't have Cat.
No,
cool
well, you do like
costume.
Cad. He just kind of
Cad Bane?
like he likes Cad Bane.
Deep
Nice.
cut.
I love cabin.
Your dad
Yeah.
is doing his job. My son doesn't know who Cad Bane is.
Paper.
No, he knows Cad Bane. Don't do that; those will fall. He knows Cad Bane. Hey, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
We're gonna finish the show. So can you go upstairs for now and maybe come back like way later? We'll probably still be on in 4 hours.
Potatoes.
No, you don't want those. Those are very sour.
Sour.
Mm-hmm.
I won't sound my favorite dish.
I'll give you one if you go upstairs.
Give me one.
I'll give you a sour watermelon if you go upstairs. You want to say bye to everybody?
Bye.
Bye. Good to see
Bye.
you.
Heck, I'd go upstairs for a sour watermelon.
No
This
doubt.
one is on this hand.
Oh, the Mike
Look
and
at
Ike.
that.
Love
There,
it.
go upstairs.
Wow.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
So I'm starting to pick up where we left off. I'm starting in the week after Origins. I'm starting campaign weekend, QsCon campaign weekend, and the idea was it was kind of a offhanded comment that I made in our Discord, but somebody had mentioned getting another legacy game that they'll probably never play. And I said, yeah, if only there was a convention where you could focus on longer games, which is really any convention. But I said something, I said QsCon campaign weekend, and then it got me thinking, like, all right, I contacted the hotel. I wanted to see what weekends they had open. So June 28th, 29th is the inaugural QsCon campaign weekend where
Dude.
I'm going to have an incentive, kind of like a sticker chart, like those 10x10s where you move your meeple across every time you
Mhm.
play. For everyone that's playing a scenario-based legacy campaign type game, everyone you complete, I'll move a stick. I'll add a sticker. I'll move a thing over, and then on Sunday at a certain time, whoever's completed the most will get a prize or something like. So it's campaign incentive, but I feel
I
like
can dig it.
there wasn't enough going on, so I started another
Yeah.
mini
Yeah.
convention.
We're showing up with our Clank Legacy. We're gonna finally get through it.
Do it,
Dude.
do it.
Dude.
Yeah. So on top of that, there's the gaming side of stuff. I there's some stuff I can't talk about that I'm very excited about. But for those of you that know the Batman game that I made, Richard and I are revisiting that game for a certain publisher. It's probably not going to be animated, but it will have a similar style. Can you go that way?
I will finally be able to get my hands on a version of this game. I cannot wait.
You can still get it. There's still copies out there. They're not charging too much for it. It's crap. It's a crap game anyway. Don't worry about it.
Oh, come on.
But yeah, and then on the design side, June 24th, there's a campaign launching for my co-design on Canvas Critters through 3WS, which is a party type game where you're making mosaics. There you go. You're making mosaics. If you look on the bottom there's those little animeeples. There's little Easter eggs in there. Certain ones have something to do with certain people. I'm sure you can guess a couple of them. But yeah, you're making mosaics based on a theme, and you're grabbing from the center with one hand and one piece at a time, so you can't just scoop shit onto your canvas. And then you're judging face down, so no one has too many feel bads. Yeah, that was us playing at Gathering right there.
What kind of feedback did you get at Gathering?
Oh, it was great. It was great feedback. It's gone through a couple iterations from the beginning, and it's now in a place that's just really it's just really streamlined. There used to be a way different component selection process that was going on, and a market and a trading. It was just dump the pieces on the table, pick a thing, and go.
Sure.
So it's much easier to go. But everyone was how Jason Levine was playing. He loves the game. And Dave and Di, I don't know if they're in the chat yet, but Dave and Di Rossi, they've been playing it. They played it a couple times. And then that little thing that you've been scrolling through, we're kind of cross promoting with Cardboard Alchemy, with Kid Table Board Games and Burn Island, and Stonemaier, where we're changing it up a little bit from when it was initially put out there. But throughout the campaign, for the next couple weeks and throughout the campaign, we actually DeVito created an app where you can make your own mosaic. That the one of the dragon with the Cardboard Alchemy logo on it. That one was made in that app. we're asking you to make a mosaic based on a game in their catalog, right? So Flamecraft, Flamebound, or Canvas, or Critter Kitchen, Flamecraft Duels, Andromeda's Edge for Cardboard Alchemy, any of that stuff. Any of the Stonemaier lineup, you got your Any Spans, you've got Tapestry, you've got Scythe, anything in there. And then Kids Table Board Games just lends itself so well to
it
those
really
type
does
of critters, right? So you make a mosaic and you submit it. Everyone that submits will get a free sticker sheet, which is there as long as they pledge for a physical copy of the game. You get that sticker sheet for free. And then you just got to use the hashtag Canvas Critters so we can track it and everything.
Nice.
Yeah, so that'll run through the campaign. That launches the campaign launches June 24th. It's a quick campaign. We're only doing 14 days. We don't feel like campaigns need to be 30 days. I mean, we can. That's a whole nother episode topic. Yeah, so that's happening. And then what else is there? What else?
Well, I can say real quick, we did play, or a couple of us got to play a little bit of Canvas Critters at Gen Con last year. And I know like some iterations could have changed and everything from then, but we did have a really good time playing it. And I really appreciated the way the judge mechanic worked, because it really, when you don't know whose is what, it really helps. Right.
Yeah, there were a couple things in the beginning, like even just talking out like what could happen rather than playtesting, experiencing stuff. You didn't want to have, and this happened. I was at Millennium. I was playtesting this at Millennium for a Saturday event, and there was someone there that's just not creative. They don't like creative. They don't like abstract. They just like to plan their stuff, and they had a great time. But you don't want people like that to have a bad experience or to be mocked at for trying, right? And this whole idea is like tapping into the creative and having fun and enjoying what you're doing. So the couple things, like forcing people to give a title to their thing and turning it around so you have a base of like a baseline of what it looks like. It gives the other people an opportunity to see it from their perspective, to be like, oh yeah, of course that's that thing. Or
the title gives it perspective, right? Yes.
Right.
Oh yes.
And then it wasn't as restrictive. The other way, you only had 15 bits, and they were rare bits and not rare bits. And then when you were done, you passed all your stuff to the left, but then there was a market of trading. It was too gamery in the initial kind of things. Now it's just that all the pieces are on the table. Grab them. Like as soon as somebody picks a theme, with one hand at one at a time, you're just grabbing them to your canvas. They're never locked, kind of like charcuterie. It's never locked on your board. So if you're abandoning something and you see something better, like grab it and go. And then just rotate around the table. Everyone gets a card, gets to select a theme. You have a time limit, so no one's overstaying. The first, whoever wants to, grabs this timer, and then everyone else has a minute to finish. So it's not staying too long waiting for someone to figure out how to like make their palm tree the right angle or whatever.
You
just turn it and you got a minute to go. So yeah, super fun, super easy. Same kind of check boxes for charcuterie, where it's family friendly and you're playing with people that aren't gamers and people that are gamers, and I'm looking forward to it. It's fun.
Well, I think the key, right? The real key is, for a game like that, being what it is you need to keep it fun, right? I mean, you can take any game and you can overcomplicate it, and you can add interesting rules to make it really crunchy and like, oh, I'm going to make these really interesting decisions. But is that taking away from the fun? Like, can we just keep it fun? And I mean, I think it's important to point out, like, you guys are very mindful of that. Like, hey, we're just, like, let's just make a fun, easy to play, like, cool, unique game. You're not going to see anything else like it. Like, here you go.
Yeah. There's two things going on here, right? Like, the idea that this game came from Katia's art. Like, the mosaic art that she does was stunning. So I wanted to do something that showcased the way that works. And in talking with her and figuring out what kind of game it could be, I mean, and it's gone through iterations.
Sure.
And it's gone through those iterations because of two people, basically, John Gilmore and Daryl Andrews. Every time I talk to them about designs or development or games, their perspective is always getting to the fun faster, right?
Sure.
You don't want to prolong it. You don't want this whole thing you just want to get to it. And in the beginning, it was taking too long to get to the fun. And then you're taking away from the fun with this market and this trading. And now you're thinking about, you're looking at what other people are putting into the market. And can I trade? You're not focused on being creative and making the fun happen in front of you. And now it's way straighter. You're getting to making that thing, manipulating your bits on your canvas, and getting to something creative, which feels good because now you've made something that you want to show off. Or maybe you don't want to show off because you're a little embarrassed about it, but you still do because that's the game.
But give it a funny name then, right? You know, like
yeah.
there's ways to work within the system that are totally fair and legitimate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. There's been some great the app, the digital version, like Eric was saying, which Eric, you're not going to win, don't worry. There have been some great digital app.
I will
mosaics
gladly
made.
boo Eric in front of a bunch of strangers again too, and people will think, "What the hell's wrong with that guy?" I'll do
Boo
it.
Eric. Definitely boo Eric. I mean, so I guess another little thing for those that are going to Gen Con, I think there are still tickets left. Last year, you remember the charcuterie event we had, right?
Yes.
So this year, it's kind of it's a paint and play, and we're showcasing canvas critters. So you're going to be able to learn it and play it, and we'll have the typical stuff that we'll do. But then after, we're going to have you paint a canvas. That you'll be able to take with you as like, this is what I did thing. So we're going to have somebody that's running it and taking you through all the things, like mix these colors, or now we're going to work on this thing and that thing. And I'm not going to tell you what you're painting, but
only if Shannon promises to yell at us at the end, like she did at the charcuterie event.
Yeah.
Hurry up!
Get out of here!
Give me those boxes, you fucking pie haircutted freaks.
So what Eric is saying there, continue to win everything. At the charcuterie event last year at Gen Con, Eric quite literally won everything that we had there.
And I booed him loudly every time, and everybody looked really confused.
We all did. They're like,
ridiculous.
why do they hate Eric?
Yeah, why do we hate this guy that keeps winning?
Yeah. Because he's super nice and he's a jerk.
So this year, there's 120 seats available. I think when it launched, immediately 50% of them went. And I haven't checked, so I don't know how many are left, but it's that Friday evening at 8:00 if you guys are available for that, and that's going to be super fun. I can't wait for you to see, like, just being able to hang out for a little while at a gaming convention and paint a canvas that you then can take home with you is pretty neat. So
that is a unique experience for sure.
I'm not sure that anything I paint will be worthy of taking home, but I'll embrace the experience.
I'm not saying you have to take home your own canvas, but what you paint, if you don't take home, you damn well know I'm going to take home and use on the show. So
you better take it
over segment. It's a Mike painting.
Right, put it over here for a little while.
He's gonna be like, "Oh, Luca's paintings are digressing. I'm not sure what's going wrong with these."
It'll
Rob.
I think Luca fell and hit his head.
It
looks really. Those paintings look rough.
Yeah.
Be competing with Katia here, which unfortunately is a losing endeavor.
Oh, 1,000,000% a losing endeavor.
Yeah.
I did spend a little bit of time on the website actually this evening. I don't think I'm going to submit it, but I do want to show you what I came up with on the show.
Hold on. Is this as good as your Amazon cart?
Checking. No, it's not.
Okay.
But it's pretty good. I think you guys will like it at least.
Oh boy, here we go.
I leaned forward to take a screen cap of that thing so I can use it. I'm not. Just light that on.
He leaned back so fast. His chair almost tipped over. He leaned back so fast.
Jesus.
I almost saw Mike's legs kick it up as he flipped that chair backwards. Oh, I got to get away from that.
It's so funny you did that because I showed it. When DeVito was developing that thing to use, and it was like, all right, we got to try it and see if it's broken. I sent it to Dave and Rossi, and my example, it said Mets suck.
Yes,
because they're huge Mets fans, and then he sent back the Yanks suck. So I mean, it's even in sports it's really funny.
Listen, I endorse either of those statements. More the Mets than the Yankees. I don't care about. The Mets I actively hate. So yeah, Mets suck. Let's go.
Yeah.
For those that are curious, you just drag your pieces right onto the canvas, and you can rotate them, and you can make all kinds of fun stuff. So there you go.
If you hit F, you can flip it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Learning commands.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We wanted to make it, as clean as possible, but at one point it was all right. When it's on the canvas, how do you get rid of it? So all you got to do is hit delete or whatever system you're using, backspace or delete. Click it and you can get rid of it that way, and then you can flip it by hitting F, and you rotate it, and
yeah. I mean, this is something that you would never want to delete, but otherwise, yeah, it's a nice option.
Yeah,
sorry, we'll see that on kids in Africa in like a year when you
shit
t-shirts.
We're gonna find out real soon.
We will.
It's gonna be it's not. I mean, 6 is rough. It could go 7. I mean, I think the Stanley Cup playoffs could turn pivotal in the next game, and that could just be the downslide of the Oilers. But the Pacers, the other team, Oklahoma, they're good. I mean, they're good, and they have that fire.
Yep, they're good for sure.
Yeah.
It's the best.
No, I'm not ribbing you. I'm being serious. I think that series could definitely go back and forth, and it could go 7.
I will say, unlike a lot of championship games that you see sometimes, you rarely get the best 2 teams ever.
Right.
Because sometimes the best 2 teams are in the same division and they eliminate each other, so on and so forth. But I agree with what you guys are saying, man. I think those are the 2 strongest teams, and I can't speak for the Pacers because I'm not super familiar with the roster and everything, but I do know that Oklahoma City is so young. Mm-hmm. Like this is not their window, right? Like if they win now, awesome. That's bonus. They're built for a while to do well. I don't know if this is Indiana's window or not. You know what I mean? Like, cause sometimes you're like, man, my team's got this year. And if we don't hit this year, it's going to be tough because everybody's going other places. They're old, they're retiring, whatever. So it'll be interesting to see.
Not to keep down the sports lane, but I just saw something interesting about the Cubs, and I'm not a Cubs fan.
Ooh,
but
let's go.
Their entire starting roster are all first-round picks dating back to 2019.
It's kind of crazy right now with the Cubs.
It's unreal. They got the 13th overall, the 15th overall, the 1st overall, like everyone on their field is all first rounders, like 30 and like it's
and
pretty
for
crazy
the first time in my life, they're all playing like it. you know, like
and the wild thing is a lot of them were at other places and didn't pan out, and now they've came to the Cubs and are sort of having like breakouts for whatever reason.
Which is usually what happens when the Cubs trade somebody away. I'm talking about Greg Maddux, Dennis Eckersley, Luis Gonzalez. I mean, how many dudes have the Cubs gotten rid of that go on and are amazing at other teams? So yeah, it's finally our turn, I guess. But
and Eric was at the game. Right, I think you were at that game.
Oh, boo! Hey, the Tigers are really freaking good though too. There's no shame in losing to the Tigers.
I started this. Eric made a post about taking his dad to the game, which is awesome, and I liked the post. And then out of principle, commented "Go Cubs." So
that's fair.
I started this.
No, that's fair. I would be disappointed if you didn't take the opportunity to go, hey, I hope we beat you.
Ooh.
I hope your dad is sad we beat you so badly. I don't care about sports. Just kidding.
Football start back up again.
So if you have not already followed this campaign, you should. I think most of the people in this chat probably all are already. I'd like to see a rundown bump here, so I'll probably refresh a few more times, come back to this page. Let's see this at least get to 511.
Thank you. That'd be nice.
I mean, I'm just gonna say, right? Like we tout like how great games like Flip 7 and some of these lighter games are that we really enjoy and have a good time playing. And I'm not gonna say like Canvas Critters is like the next Flip 7. You can play it in 5 minutes. That's not this game, but this is a great party like experience that you can have with people that aren't hardcore gamers. They're gonna be drawn in because of the cute characters and the very, very unique thing. Oh, I can't draw. Well, guess what? I can't draw either, but we're gonna be taking these pieces. We're gonna try to make pictures out of them. Like that's way more interest. I shouldn't say way more interesting. It's just
Hey.
very interesting because it's completely different, you know. So I just really feel like there's a very broad appeal for this kind of game. So
it's almost like
fun.
it's painting with very broad strokes.
oh,
Sure.
oh,
Sure.
Rundown bump achieved.
Nice. Yeah, I'll give
Look
you
at
a
that.
little bit of a hint. If you do any one of the things that has to do with the tree, the fox heads as the trunk and the turtles as the leaves works really well.
There you go. From the pro.
That's all this stuff.
I mean, he made it. He would know.
Yeah, the fox head. If you put the fox heads on top of each other like a tree trunk, and then you throw the turtles as the leaves on the top, it works really well as a tree. Another thing, the flamingos, when you flip them like that, if you put them together, it makes a heart in the center.
Oh.
So if you're doing anything that has to do with love or relationships, and I didn't pick up on this, but someone had made, I think the theme was movies or TV. I forget what it was. And someone had boxed that in with the penguins and made it look like a TV, and the flamingo were the heart in the center, and they labeled theirs rom-com. And I was like, oh, it's a heart. That's really smart. So yeah, you can have a lot of fun with it, and it's really just limited to your creativity. You just put stuff together and make a toilet, and it looks good. Like it's fun.
So does this answer the age-old question of what does indeed the fox say?
What? I don't know if it answers that question.
Okay, fair.
Wow. Well, they can't all be bangers, Tim.
Nope, they sure can't, and they certainly won't be. On that note, I'm going to grab another beer because I got a Guinness waiting for me. It won't help, but it'll help me feel better about them. Oh, Bob, I did get to tell that joke that we heard at the reunion to my father-in-law tonight.
Nice.
And not only did he laugh his ass off, but Kelly laughed her ass off hearing it again.
It's funny. Yeah.
It's a good joke.
It's a good joke.
It's kind of, I don't know, it's not a dirty joke, but it's
well, I mean, kind of, but I'll have to tell that at work tomorrow.
Yeah, you should.
I think Corey would have.
Now that we vague posted about the joke, I'm going to go grab a beer. Let's get ready. And then I'll tell the joke if everybody wants to hear it when I get back. I don't know.
So, just for the record, I did finally crack into that bottle that Mike brought me.
Ooh, nice.
The Woodford Reserve. It's very nice. It smells really good, too.
Yeah, Woodford's good stuff.
Mike, you drinking anything special over there? Agua?
Straight vodka.
Ooh, nice.
Vodka water?
Hardcore.
Nice.
Yeah, just vodka water. Yeah.
I am going to finish off my Evan Williams single barrel, which I'm glad is no longer allocated because I can find it everywhere.
Nice.
And then when my parents were down south the last month, they brought me some excellent salted caramel whiskey.
Nice.
From St. Augustine, Florida. And this stuff is more delicious than the Crown Royal salted caramel. It's a lower proof, so naturally it's a little bit less harsh, but it is very tasty.
That's not always a bad thing, though.
Yeah. You know, some of your whiskey snobs will tell you if it's less than 100 proof, you're not even drinking anything. But I don't care.
Once you cross 40, you know what you're drinking, right? Anything 40 and under, it's a little smoother. It doesn't burn as much. Anything 40 and up, 41 and up, I guess, if you technical, know what you're drinking at that point. Oh, thanks for showing up, Dave. I only talked about you a couple times already.
Best team in baseball. Are the Cubs playing tonight?
Here. No, it's actually a really great time to show off my mosaic again. I wanted to make sure everybody got a chance to see that.
The Knicks are already gone. He's fine. He's fine.
Yeah. So, all right, that'll be the last time I show that. For now, this hour.
Yeah,
all right. Just be careful because the game is going, and I'll get updates, and
I'm watching it, so
I mean, Mike is definitely opening himself to pain.
Yeah,
I don't get this. It's 25 years since I've had this opportunity, so I'm gonna enjoy it.
Good job.
You should.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's like he poured it into the mic.
Go to the bathroom, Tim.
That's right in front of the mic. It is
At least
right
have
in
one
front
before
of the
you break the seal. Dang.
Woof.
Nice.
Number
so
3.
the point of this She says 14 minutes. So at 9 o'clock, I'll make sure I show it again.
Okay.
Good call.
Nikki's holding us
We do have
accountable
an
tonight.
Origins preview to
that's right,
do
we did.
here.
Oh
I
yeah.
think. Yes. So Origins, not as many games on this as recent years.
Yep.
Was it
There are
120?
143 entries on here.
We're gonna
which
go through
is,
every one. Ready?
Oh boy.
yeah. We're gonna highlight the ones that we're most excited about. Ain't nobody got time for 143 game previews.
No.
Well, are you gonna do it from most popular on BGG with the thumbs? You're gonna keep it just the way it is.
Alphabetical.
I was gonna go by publisher because I feel like, personally, my opinion, I feel like the ones that don't have as many thumbs deserve more attention. I got a few in there. So yeah, I won't go by thumbs because odds are you probably know about those.
Most likely. Maybe
So,
not. Maybe not.
Publisher.
We're not going by alphabetical order?
Publisher
Alphabetical by publisher.
By pub?
I just want to. I have the list up as well. I just want to organize it the way you have it. So
Same.
Okay.
cool.
Yep. So we're going down it by publisher order here, and
Yeah.
So
the 143 that you mentioned, it seems low. Origins, as Eric said, it does seem like less gets released at Origins. It's a weird one. I feel it's a miss if you don't, because there aren't that many that are being unveiled at Origins. But I don't know. I don't know why. I haven't figured out why less people are showcasing new stuff at Origins. But it does end up being a little bit of a test for Gen Con, right? You get a feeler out there, you get a couple advanced copies, and you try and get it out there, create some buzz. You realize, oh shit, this might take off. So maybe you get a couple more cases sent to Gen Con, or more than a couple more cases.
Right.
So it's an interesting test ground for some, and then it's just a lot of demos of stuff coming out, create the hype, because Origins is 3 hours away from Indy, just about.
Yeah, if that.
yeah.
So you get a lot of overlap in that Venn diagram of people that go to Origins and people that go to Gen Con. So there's that overlap of people that go to both, so they see it at Origins and then they want to grab it when it's available, or pre-order it, or get in on the campaign, or whatever you have going on for the show.
I feel like that kind of answers your question. If you had the choice to release a game at Origins or Gen Con, wait 6 weeks, release it at Gen Con where there's 6 times more people.
But that creates a problem, because now you're releasing a game with everyone else at Gen Con.
Right. It's a bigger pie at Gen Con, but there's a lot more slices being cut out of that pie. Whereas Origins might be a smaller pie, but you're getting a much bigger chunk of it.
You're the big fish in the small pond, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's easier to stand out at. I mean, there's numerous reasons, right? Your marketing, your campaign, your runway. Is the game going to be available? When is manufacturing? Like, there's so many things that go into it. But if you do release at Gen Con, now not only are you fighting with all the other publishers that are releasing something at Gen Con and their marketing, you're also fighting the wallets of the people that go to Gen Con that only have enough money to spend on X. So now they have to determine, do they want Bob's game? Do they want Tim's game? Do they want Mike's game? Because they only can get one of them. So now, right. So now you have that in the way. Whereas Origins, maybe there isn't that much of it. So if you released it at Origins or had a limited amount at Origins, you might be able to come up on top rather than Gen Con, where you're trying to fight for that sun in the forest, right?
Yeah.
So there isn't a right answer. That's the problem, is there isn't a right answer. Everyone would fucking do it, right?
Also true.
There wasn't a whole lot of rhyme to the reason or reason to the rhyme on this, and not all these are releases. Some of these are demo only, but we're still just going to go through the list and talk about what's available.
Yep.
I didn't look up anything about this one. I don't know. Something about it just didn't draw me in, so I never did look into that one.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, I like that it says deck bag and pool building,
right?
Then the cover and the stuff kind of threw me off. So.
No, we get a chance to talk about our buddy Jim Cole's game. He's going to have a booth for the first time. We've done content for this game. Really fun survival zombie game. and did back the game and back the expansion, which I haven't touched yet. But if anything, just go there to meet Jim because he's cool and he's got fantastic art that'll be littered all over his booth.
We need to buy though that zombie like killing poster thing. That remember the zombie at the Target?
Yeah, I've got the magnets and stuff that he sent me, but I got to get the actual posters. The one to the head will keep him dead.
Yeah. I would say go to Jim and tell him the board game rundown sent me, and then like throw an egg at him or something.
Yeah, you'll get treated well just by saying that.
Love Jim. He's an awesome dude.
Well, wait.
Yeah,
before
basically you're playing you're basically just playing a survivor in a zombie apocalypse and playing cards to determine who's going to get attacked, how many survivors are going to lose from their camp. Eventually, multiple people are going to lose all of their survivors, and they're going to turn into a zombie, and then becomes survivors versus zombies as player characters. Pretty wild.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Allegiances will be formed and broken, and chaos will ensue.
Yeah, hell yeah, as it should.
So before you scroll to the next one, two things. One, Jim has impeccable timing on release date because that's my birthday. So good job.
Oh, hell yeah. Perfect.
Two, you've had Jim on the show and talked about this. You're in this game, right? Isn't the rundown in this game?
Yeah. We are in this game.
You guys are just going to stroll past it. You're lucky I'm here. Oop, there you go.
Look at that. Look at that.
Look at sexy zombies right there.
Yeah. We make it look good.
It's very sexy zombies.
We're the best.
So if you pick up a copy
zombies.
of the game at Origins and you hunt down the rundown folks, they'll sign a copy, the copy of the card, right? I assume.
Absolutely.
This is also
yeah. Oh my God. Could that happen? Is that a thing that could happen?
I don't think so.
Yeah. If the card is it a promo card or is it in every game?
It's in the game.
It's in the game.
So
find us. We'll disgrace your card.
$50 is how he said.
It's $15. No, it's MSRP is $15.
Oh, for the game.
Yeah.
Not for Bob's signature.
Get them to sign it.
That's just the expansion.
Oh, you're not in this. You're in the base game.
We're in the base game. Yep.
Got it.
And that's what he's releasing at Origins. Is he's got the expansion for it. But
gotcha. All right.
Yep.
You were fine.
Also expands it from a 6-player game to an 8-player game. So.
Very cool.
Yep.
Very cool.
Good shout out there. Let's talk about Chad from 25th Century. He's always got stuff coming.
And you pick up anything from his booth. Anything.
Yeah.
They're all great.
Seriously. I mean, this Scott Alms bag building solo game looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm not a solo game player, but just the look and the mechanics of this one sound pretty good.
Yeah. Grand Central Skyport's beautiful.
Yeah, this one does have a really nice look to it. No surprise there. It's Andrew Bosley art.
Anything. We were talking.
He does a great job of mixing it up with getting big name artists on his games.
Yep. Yeah, he's got Dutray on the Wine Cellar and the new one coming out.
Yep.
Yeah, we were talking about Bosley and Dutray on the show on Monday, from just an art perspective, how beautiful their art is.
Absolutely.
Look at it, won't go back. Okay.
I would just say, everybody, take all of your money, go to 25th Century, and just be ready to lose it.
Yep.
Because they put out a lot of really good stuff.
Most of the stuff is pretty cheap.
Scroll up.
It is.
Scroll up.
It's
the Penguin Party one. Have you played Penguin Party?
Nope.
I have not.
Pick this game up while you're there.
Like elementary schools, Mike has also been banned from Penguin areas. So
wow. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Why is this one good, Mike?
So you're building a pyramid, right? And I think there's 4 or 5 different color cards that you're playing. But the pyramid, the base has to be 7 or 8 cards across. It looks like it's 7 there. I don't remember if it was 8 or not. And you have a hand of cards, and the deck is dealt out, but you can only play a card on top of another card if it matches a card below it, and it has to have the support underneath. So you can't have it hanging over the edge, right? You have to have 2 cards on the bottom to place a card on top, and the card on top needs to match one of the ones underneath it. So if you look in the center, there's that blue. Yeah. The blue is on top of a blue and a green, but it can go there because it's on top of a blue. And then the next one, the blue is there on top of a blue and a red, but it matches the blue. But if you notice, the blue stops. This game can be unbelievably mean. Depending on what you have in your hand, you can cut off a color. So whoever played the red, cool, you're keeping the red going. But whoever played that green on that side, cut off the blue. Now, if you have any blue in your hand, they're negative points.
Damn, I'm buying this game.
It's super good.
And it's like $13, right?
Yeah, 15. Dave,
I did play this.
It's good. Dave taught it to me at in April, and I'm like, okay, whatever. It's a little card game. We played it multiple times on multiple different occasions, and it delivered every time.
You played this with Marcus and West, probably at QSCon.
I played it at QSCon last year.
September 20th.
Okay.
A date that will live in infamy.
Yes, Brandon. Everyone's playing the same pyramid. There's one you divvy out the cards, and then everyone's playing to the same pyramid. So when you get that baseline, you don't have to play only in the baseline and then play the second row afterwards. You can play into the second, third row as long as you have that support underneath. Or if you don't want to build it up, you can build it out as long as there's room on that base. Then once that base is set, you're building up on that pyramid, and you can cut off multiple colors in a round. And if you're stuck with yellow's cut off and red's cut off, and you have 4 cards in your hand, and you could just it's really it's fun.
Mean as hell. Really fun and mean. I like it.
It can be.
I'm just gonna say I don't know what their edition of Liar's Dice looks like, but Liar's Dice is always fun. I'm just gonna say I enjoy playing me some Liar's Dice. I mean, I know it is an old bar game, right? You know, you sit at the bar. Yep. It's like Ship Captain Crew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Liar's Dice is fantastic.
So I don't know what their version looks like, but I'm just gonna say Liar's Dice is a good time.
Mm-hmm. 25th century party games are always a blast. So tell me that you got a word party game, and I'm interested.
Yeah,
I like the Liar's Dice. Says the release date was 1800.
Oh shoot, that's pretty good.
Nice.
Like, it's designed by Richard Borg, and Richard Borg is a sweetheart of a human, but he looks damn good for being that old.
I was gonna say, is he a vampire or a Highlander?
Jeez.
Wow.
Good for him.
Yeah. I hope the Kurgan doesn't show up and try to take him out, because
it could happen.
If we hear some Queen music playing all of a sudden and he's there and like some lightning's going, I'm clearing out. Just saying.
Yeah, get away from the lightning for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sand art looks really good. I don't know a lot about that one.
Beautiful game.
Yeah, it looks. Yep. It's really pretty.
Yep.
That's why Mr. Matty P there helped out.
Matt the Cat. Yeah.
Hey, yeah, that dude knows his way around graphic design.
A little bit. He knows a little bit.
He knows a thing or two.
Some photos, but there we go.
Him and his here's a little bit of a nugget I'll give you guys. Him and his team at his company are working on Chris, my co-host on the Full 42, his game Zazamos that we played on the show. Yep. We signed in 3WS. His team has been working on the graphic design and the art for that game. I see why they are absolutely amazing, not only to work with, but their games just do well because of the love and care they put into every decision that they make for everything that they're doing. It's apparent when you look at the catalog that they have on games that they worked on, but it's even more apparent being on this side of the curtain and watching that transactioning happening.
Oh, sure.
Amazing. It's amazing. Yeah, Eric, I got the same one coming. I got the notification that all 4 of them are shipping.
Oh, hell yeah. Also, everybody take this opportunity to go to the Wine Cellar BGG page and give it a thumbs down. Just kidding. Love Andrew. This is a good game. Andrew was on the show last week.
I backed this one by itself, so I've had this one for a little while. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get it to the table, but that'll happen sooner. We'll be bringing it to Origin, so if you want to play it, let's go.
Please, please.
Yeah, I don't know why I've turned heel on this show the last couple weeks, but
it's your character development.
It is my character, it's my wrestling character right now.
And Tim wonders why he was invited to the RPG night.
Yeah, no shit, right?
Ooh.
Fair, totally fair.
Dang.
Wow.
Yeah, Josh told me that I'll never get invited on Tabletop Submarine.
That's right.
Perfect.
Or everybody else will, and I'll be the last one just on purpose. And I was great. That's legit. I agree. But no, honestly though, Wine Cellar is again one of those games that fits that criteria of what Mike likes with the high player count, easy to teach, plays very fast, and it's a very approachable theme, and it has amazing art and graphic design.
That bidding
Really?
mechanism that works, what you play is your bid, and then that ends up being in the center to get. That mechanism was introduced to me by Andrew in a different game that I wanted to bring in. That we didn't, but 25th grabbed it. So there's wine. That mechanism in Wine Cellar is going to be used in a future game that's even better.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
it's a great
It's
idea.
really good, and it's
Love
a
that
great
mechanism.
mechanic.
Yeah, Andrew's a great designer.
Mm-hmm. I like how you're
digging for dinos is his. In our,
Oh yeah.
We'll have it for preview at. It's actually one of the demos, the demo events at Gen Con. Digging for dinos is Andrew Sal's, and it's also it's just a smart design.
Yellow House. I don't know much about that one. I didn't look into that one.
Yeah.
It's for 2 to 2 players.
All play, of course, will have a big presence, and they got a ton of great games coming out per usual.
I'll be going to the All Play pizza party to play a couple of their games.
Nice.
Yeah. Speaking of charcuterie, that designer Whitney Lorraine has a game coming out for All Play here.
Yep.
This one looks interesting. This is kind of giving me like Battle Line vibes, where you're kind of like competing for area majority in a 2-player hand management game. This one looks pretty neat.
Yeah.
And it's $9. So, I mean, All Play is one of the great companies.
Master of the small box game, right?
Yeah. Bang for your buck. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very interested in this money game. This is another Knizia game, which there's a bunch of them on here, which no surprise.
Mike does love money.
Yeah, and I love simple games that have a lot of strategy, and most money wins. So money, your cards aren't worth anything until you get 200 points worth of them. So you're kind of collecting sets, except once people realize what sets you're trying to collect, they're going to start trying to block you and hate draft you from getting those sets. Because if you don't have enough cards, they cost you points. So money looks pretty interesting. The other one that's getting a lot of buzz here is Ruins. This is actually a remake of Custom Heroes by John D. Clare. Of course, I finally tracked down a copy of Custom Heroes. It only cost me $10, but I mean, I'm sure if this got like cleaned up with some better art and they made it a little bit less fiddly, with which Custom Heroes can be, but you know, being able to fit it in one of those small all play boxes with some streamlined rules definitely has some appeal.
What messes me up with Custom Heroes is the same thing that messes me up with any trick taker that like has a variation. And I want to just play trick takers like straight, but Custom Heroes, you've got to be smart about how you're customizing the cards because they're going to go back into the deck and then other people can get them. And but yeah, I the art and the design of this game looks amazing, right? So
yeah, very, very interested in this one. The look really does, it really is nice. I like the art on the cards quite a bit.
And John makes great games, right?
Oh, 100%, man.
One of my favorite designers.
I want to be friends with that dude. He makes some great games. Yeah.
Wait,
stop me whenever you see something you want to talk about.
Didn't he make The Empire's End?
Well, not all of them can be bangers there, Bob.
That's the only one I haven't liked. I love Mystic Vale. I'm a fanboy of Cubitos and Ready Set Bet.
Yep. Did not like Empire's End at all.
Same.
No, interesting.
It's not Empire Happy Time.
Nope, it sure isn't. It's not even fun to play Empire Unhappy Time.
Great design, not fun.
What up, Evan?
Interesting.
What cons is Evan coming to this year?
No,
he's coming to Q. Evan's coming to QsCon.
Yeah,
heard
bastard.
The furthest one away.
Origins or Gen Con?
I also hear. You remember that little birdie that was talking to Mike and I earlier? That same little birdie told me that Andrew might be coming to QsCon as well.
Ooh, damn! It's an all-star lineup right there.
I know.
Just saying.
You can get your.
He's bringing out the heavy hitters when we're not there.
You can get your wine and cheese recommendations. You can get your back worked on. You can all kinds of good stuff.
It's true.
Listen, QsCon holds nothing back. I will tell you, and this is no bullshit. QSCon was one
Yes,
of the
sir.
best conventions I've been to in a long time, just
It
for
was great.
having sheer just enjoyment, having a great time, and being around great people, and just what I love about the hobby, just pure board gaming, meeting new people, playing games with people, finding new groups. You know what I mean? Like, it's just great. It really was.
Yeah, it's been fun. I mean, it continues to grow, and the community has been phenomenal. And maybe one day I'll be lucky enough to have Sam come and attend.
The only bad thing about QSCon, and it can't be remedied. It cannot be fixed. It's the worst thing about it, is that Googs is too busy to like really do anything with you while you're there.
Until
And
like
I ain't
2 or 3
mad
in the
at
morning.
him because
Yeah,
he has
so-
created an amazing environment to like hang out in, right? And I appreciate that. But it's also like, hey man, good to see you. Oh, like 40 other people are lined up to talk to him at the same time. So it's like, all right, I don't really have anything important to say other than thank you, and I'm really happy to be here. I'll get out of the way. But no, man, it's a great time. It's awesome.
Thanks.
I'm just gonna say, it's like college football. Don't go for the coach. Go for the team and the experience. Go because you want to be there. So don't go there for Googs because he's
shouldn't.
busy. Go for the experience and all of the people that Googs surrounds himself with. And then if you get a little of the Googs time, then it's a plus.
And I will say that we picked up a copy of Tumbling Dice for our local conventions here. So
Nice.
It's not the medium
Now
one.
it's
You picked
not
up
the
a copy for the
slightly
rundown meetup at Origins. You said
we did. It's not the Giuliano Mega Edition, but it is.
That one's hard to get. It's still nice.
That's awesome.
I didn't want to pay $220 to get it shipped from Portugal, so I opted for a over half or under half that to get a different edition.
I
So-
traded my
over
last
here.
light for it.
we've
Yeah,
been
it's a
over
better-
here
it's a-
scratching
it's a-
your neck like crack
I'll play it
fiends
more.
for more tumbling dice. So.
Yeah.
It's an increase in stock there, Bob. I mean, that's a trade in your favor.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate it. I really do. You're too kind, and I am busy until later on in the evening. But hopefully, as the next couple of years come in, and I can get some people to alleviate that issue, so I can be out in the community more than behind the table greeting everybody.
No, you're like, I love to bust your balls, man, but I do mean like it was such a good time. Like you
Thanks.
and the people around you do a great job. And yes, Nikki's right. After 1 a.m. on Saturday is QSCon Prime for Googs time.
That's it. That's
But
right.
the problem is 1 a.m. on Saturday, I am neck deep in drunken tumbling dice with a bunch of people that I've never met before. And Reed, and we're going nuts, and we're being loud, and we're being crazy, and it got wild. It was really good.
It's super fun. It's super easy for me. I mean, I'm proud of it, and it's fun to see. But the community has been phenomenally supportive throughout from the beginning, right? From year one, having the guests come in because of the people that I know and the friends that I know helps, right? But the community, the people, the locals, the ones that come out for Bullfinch on Tuesday and the Collegian on Thursday and the Prototype Guild on Sunday, like those that are there weekly that are supporting everything QSCon, whether it's the 24-hour Extra Life thing, or we just had a thing at Bullfinch on the 7th to celebrate International Tabletop Day, and we had something in April for April? Was it April? I think it was April for National Board Game Day. Like they come out and they just support whatever. You know, you're looking for a table to play because you like playing board games, but they come out and support everyone, whether you're new coming in and it's your first time coming to an event or you've been there all the time. Like the community has just been stellar from the beginning of this adventure. So
no, it's been great, man, and I was really glad to be able to participate. I look forward to getting to do it again in the future.
I'm glad you guys did.
But yeah, it lived up to the hype, and it was a genuine highlight of my con experiences. So,
thank you.
Good time, man. It was a great time.
That's great. I appreciate it.
All right, so we're gonna keep moving on this list, right? So
we only have like 120 more games to go.
Yeah,
so.
That's cool. Well, the thing is, this list is kind of top heavy, right? Because we're at like 25th century and all play right at the top, and I know we're kind of.
I know. I was
And
trying to get to the bees while Sam was still on. He probably bowed out already.
Oh,
That's right.
We're still
This
at
Vegas
21.
Strip looks pretty good too. If you got corrupt casinos and they're not worth anything, so you're trying to bluff.
that's
and
how you know it's
make
fiction.
people, make people put their bids on those instead.
All right.
So do not sleep on Wordsy.
Uh-oh.
So Wordsy's it's a republished game by All
What were
Play.
you saying?
It was originally done by Gil Hova, and it's still done by
Okay.
Gil Hova. It's a new edition that All Play is doing. I do not like word games. I feel stupid. I crack under pressure. I can't come up with a 3-letter word that starts with C in 30 seconds. I just can't. Like, I'm very bad at it. This game sings for me. I love this game. I love the way it works. I love the way the letters will cascade through, so you can kind of look ahead at what's going to stick around from round to round and think ahead that way.
Okay.
This game is fantastic. And I know All Play is going to do an amazing job with. I haven't looked at any of it. I know they're going to do a great job with this edition.
Nice.
It's a great. I don't like word games. I love Wordsy.
There you go.
So, Mike, I heard a thing that might help you. So, when you can't come up with the words you need, just say, I can't think of the English word for it. That way people think you're bilingual rather than just an idiot.
Sure. Yeah. But those that know me will know that I'm just full of shit.
He's bulllingual.
He's bulllingual.
Yeah, bulllingual. Yeah,
Yeah,
Wordsy is going to be excellent.
Yeah, I can't wait to play Handsy also, though. But I think that's at the Airbnb. When Bob
Yeah, that'll be at our hotel room with the 4 of us.
That'll be on the bed.
It's Evan's print and play. Buffet Boss. So, fun fact: if Luca is watching this in the future, Buffet Boss is one of Luca's favorite games to play right now.
Okay.
He loves. There's a deck of cards, and ironically, there's 42 items in the game.
Oh, perfect.
Right. So, but it makes it really easy for me to count when they're all over the living room floor, and I'm trying to figure out how many pieces I'm missing. But there are 42 items. Each item there's 42 items. There's 2 of each item, and there's 2 of each item as a card. And what you do is you flip over a card, and then you got to take that piece and put it on your tray, on your plate. And your plate is an arced piece of wood. They're all wood pieces. That blue thing right there is your plate, and you're putting the food on your plate in a balancing kind of dexterity way.
Ooh.
But then you have these people that want like seafood next to meats or desserts next to vegetables.
So
or whatever
this is like charcuterie meets animal versus animal.
Little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this was a good one. I got this Ryan Bruns, who's at Arcane. This was in our bag, and I keep sending him pictures every time Luca is like, "You want to play the food game?" And we'll break out the food game, and I'll send a picture to Ryan.
Oh hell yeah!
But he loves this one. He loves this one right now, and it's quick and easy. It's fun to play. Buffer Boss.
Man, he beat me to it.
That
Eric
is my
called it
game.
Buffer Boss
That
up here,
is-
and I was waiting to make it a Tim joke.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a cute one. It's a really cute game. It's fun to play. It's got that puzzly nature to it. So you can check that one out too.
Oh, right on. Right on.
These like
My money's going fast.
foreign games that are being brought to the US by Arcane Wonders, they've really had some hits doing this.
Yeah, they have.
Is our buddy Chris working the Arcane Wonders booth at Origins this year?
I bet our buddy
I
Karen
kind of know
is.
for sure. I'm not sure about Origins. I would.
Yeah, sure.
I would think so. If he's still in there, he'll let us know.
How about a word game from Scott Brady for Arcane Wonders?
Oh,
Yeah, XM's going to be good.
Yeah.
That's only demo available, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Boo. Oh, August. So maybe demo it at Origins and then pick it up at Gen Con.
yeah.
Buy it at Gen Con, yeah.
Or maybe Chris can tell us for sure if that'll be possible. Whoops. I didn't
Yeah,
mean to hit
Scott
that
Brady,
one.
ever since I mean, he came onto my radar because of Boop,
Yeah.
but then I like retroactively realized he did Hues and Cues. But I mean, he's kind of been on a hot streak lately. I feel like he's
And a phenomenal person to talk to if you have any questions. If you can get a hold of him and talk to him at a convention, if you have any questions about game design, unbelievable person to talk to.
oh
about
sure.
I'm gonna ask him why he hates colorblind people.
Oh.
That. I'll make sure I ask him for you.
I will. Yeah, that's a good question. Like,
Hey, Nick.
we really like Q's and Q's, but why do you hate the color black?
Nix.
What's going on, buddy?
Six.
Nix, welcome.
Another simple card game from Arcane Wonders.
We don't
but
like
again,
simple card games.
Looks like another one being brought from the foreign market to US, which
You guys remember, was it Mind Up? Was that the game we were playing a lot of last year?
Yep.
That was a really good one that kind
That
of
was
came
good.
out
Yeah.
of nowhere.
I liked that one quite a bit.
Yeah.
I had it in my bag last meetup, but didn't get played.
Archon has a expansion for Eschaton.
I
love
want
the
to get
look of this
Eschaton
game.
still.
I
wanna
know.
get this
play
game.
it. I had no idea it was a deck builder. I recently got a copy of it. I love the aesthetic, and
Yes.
their
Yeah.
booth is always fun.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
Beautiful.
So
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm probably just gonna bite the bullet if they're selling copies of Eschaton at Origins. I'm probably just gonna bite the bullet and scoop one up because I love the vibe and the feel. Like, it's so grim.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if I hardly ever get to play the game, just some games you just want in your collection because they just look badass.
Yeah, that cover is killer.
Oh, dude, it's amazing.
Yep. Yeah, Eric. I know. I know.
I
Eric.
agree. It's a the French artist Available.
No,
Yeah,
no
there you
image.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. I don't
Their
know.
game, Relative Space, currently has the no image available thing because we're waiting on the image to put up there. So I get it. I get it.
Listen, I'm really
Yep.
excited to see Tim Aberley as a dev cred on. I'm just kidding. Relative Space.
On Relative Space, yeah, sure.
There you go.
That'll be
Yeah,
my first dev cred.
You're
Unofficial.
giving West a hard time. It's like, I don't see our
Oh yeah, we were helping him out with
Wild
Wild
Side.
Side a little bit. Like,
yeah. I was like, I looked real close at rulebook, didn't see any credits.
that's
there.
real weird. We didn't see our names in there.
Yeah.
Not even as a playtester,
True.
huh?
No.
Nope.
Interesting.
Ran out of room on that piece of paper.
Well, we know how we rate. You know. That's
True.
it. We sold, Bob and I sold, and Mike too, vicariously, because he was there and he was promoting it. But how many copies of Wildside did we sell? At least 10
Yeah.
between
the convention and the
Notre Dame class reunion that Bob and I worked. Yeah, we sold tons of copies
Nice.
for 'em. Have you played Wildside yet, Mike?
I have not.
Oh my
Ooh.
God.
We'll
It's
have a
fun,
copy.
dude.
Or two.
It's super fun.
Yeah, I don't think I did. I might have. I don't think I did though.
I'm going to just say also, right? Anybody watching, you want to play Wildside, find us. Bob and I and Mike will probably all have our copies with us because it's a small box and you can carry it easily. And then 2, we'll just badger West and make sure he's got a couple copies for sale.
We'll put some in the trunk of the car and we'll be out in the parking lot, hawking them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
We'll
Get a finder,
yeah,
sweet.
we'll wear a trench coat with nothing else, just wild sides on the inside pockets.
Yeah.
That one.
The
Yeah.
weird thing is that there's no
Wild
other
side,
clothes, though, right? They got to see
Yeah.
your wild
No.
side
Yeah.
to buy the wild
You
side.
want to see my wild side, bub?
Mike's like, I'll
Don't
give it to
do
you
that.
for free just for looking.
What's inside that box? There's a whole song about that.
You just tanked that game single handedly.
Yeah. Good job. Good job, Bryce Green.
Or sold it out. So
That's true.
Depends on who's in the trench coat.
This is true. I like that there's 2 Sams coming up in a row.
ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Been on both of our show. We got a chance to preview Button Kingdoms.
Yeah.
Really, really fun twist on deck building. I love how you're simultaneously choosing to either put a price out for the cards in the market or you're buying from the market. And when you buy from the market, you buy from the person that put the lowest bid out and you pay them. Then you use that money to buy other cards and the other cards in the market. Really, really smart system. I don't like the downtime of the market in most deck builders, and I think this really solves that.
This really does speed it up. And it's got great art and a cool theme.
Yep.
So
Agreed. Yeah, it's great. It's a good one.
Enjoyed this one
Where's
quite a
Sam?
bit. And
Why
even
is
if you
Sam
get
not here?
eliminated, even if all your hit points go away, you still get to play
yeah.
and can win.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If your castle gets knocked down, right? You're
EA
still in the game.
Games. I'll go ahead and do a humble brag
Boo.
here. I'm the
Boo.
only one here who has played Dungeon Diners. And that is because I went to Grand Con 2024 and I got to play this with Sam and the designer. This is a fun kind of it's kind of got a little bit of set collecting, and I thought there was some pick up and deliver. Not a mechanic I typically enjoy that much, but I found Dungeon Diners really fun.
And not designed by Sam or one of his family members, right?
Correct. This was a younger guy that designed this.
Are you just blowing past like Goats and Goblins and that?
No,
or
it's
what?
next.
No,
Oh, okay.
it's next.
Sorry. I got a little upset.
And we had Sam on a little bit ago to talk about Goats and Goblins, which is his new Push Your Luck game coming up.
Yeah.
I really kind of get some ink and gold vibes out of this one. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I like betting on the other people and then wrecking them. it's a good time.
Anything BA. I mean, I trust him to make amazing stuff. Everything he's made is great. Everything that's coming looks great.
Yeah, and you know, let's pretend like Sam's not in the chat real quick. But
yeah,
also
I didn't know he was here, else I wouldn't have said that. If I knew he was in the chat still, I wouldn't have said what I just said. Sorry.
But I will just say it again, right? Like A+ people, like their families, the people that are in their circle are amazing. Yep. And that's why that is like the main reason why Bob and I are volunteering to help them out, is because we get an opportunity to hang out with them, you know, at their booth a little bit, and we get to play their games. Like, oh no, I got to teach Forges of Ravenshire. Like that sucks. Oh no, I got to teach Goats and Goblins for an hour while somebody goes to lunch.
Yeah. Well, and to be completely honest, I'm kind of volunteering because I felt bad when Stam stayed here. My swing was down. I was unable.
Oh, you didn't get to push him on the swing.
The swing that he had so desired.
Dang it!
Although I did make him a breakfast burrito, so.
You have one job. If Sam is staying at your house, you make sure that swing is functional.
I know.
Oh no! Hey, what is Steph said? Don't translate Grand Con to French. I want to know.
I'm gonna have to get Google Translate out. But Bob stole my joke. I was just gonna say that the Pacers took their first lead. It was very comforting. It was kind of like getting pushed very gently in a swing.
Hold on, but Mike, that's not a good sign for the Pacers. The Pacers only win when they're down by 20 with 5 minutes left.
they were down by 9, so they've already come back once.
Fair.
Hey, you can only be, you don't only have to be ahead at the end, right? You can be losing the whole game.
That's it.
That's true.
That's all that matters.
That last 0.3 seconds, you're good.
That's all that matters.
But Goats and Goblins was a lot of fun. Definitely check this one out. Go to Origins and bug the Stocktons at the BA Games booth.
Chant at them. Join a cult. They love it.
Yeah, they love it.
They do. They actually do. That's not me trolling.
Yeah, no, it's accurate.
Booth 2209. Bezier, of course, been around for a long time. This is the big one they have coming out, which is the Game Makers. This is a game about making games, and it's got a whole bunch of like real games in it.
Ooh.
This box is pretty cool. It's literally just image is pending approval.
Uh-oh.
What? That's a bummer. I can't zoom in on that either.
Nope. You sure
But you can lightly see some games in there, but there's a ton of popular titles in here. And what is basically a game about making games. Yeah, here's your list of some of them. 300 real world games.
Wow.
There you go.
They'll have an expansion for Rebel Princess, which is a really interesting take on hearts with special player powers. And they will have an expansion for Xylotar, which is one of my favorite trick-taking games from last year. Xylotar. I love this game. I like how this is deduction along with trick-taking. Goog's not a fan of Xylotar?
No,
it's his favorite game that came out last year.
No, that is fake news and not true at all.
I missed that. I really like this one. I think it's cool how you're deciphering what is in your hand as you play more cards.
Right. I'm pretty sure I won our game and I wasn't even sitting at the table. They did what you needed to do in the game because you have a decision to make, which you really don't. They did the thing for me while I was talking to somebody else about something, and I won the game.
This is Googs at QSCon. He's busy. And he's like, I'll play a game with you. Hey, take my turn for me. Yeah, flip that one. Okay, perfect.
But I ended up winning that game, correct?
I wasn't in that. Oh, wait, did you play it with Wes and I, but not really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you guys told me that I won that game.
That was the
So
closest you and I got to playing a game of Q
Yep.
Scott.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, not a huge fan. I mean, it's cool. People are having fun with it. I like it's very like it's got the cards are okay, and it's got that table presence, I guess, but not a fan. Rebel Princess, on the other hand, Rebel Princess is fantastic.
Yeah, that's one I still need to pick up. Jay gave me a demo of that one at Origins last year, and haven't had a chance to try it out. I just need to
So
buy
wait,
it.
does that say the long-awaited expansion?
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
ever since Xylotar music was invented in the 80s, people have been dying for this unhinged expansion.
Hold on. Okay. That was my question, right? Like, so have you been like Xylotar came out last year, right? That was a new release last year at Origins.
What's the joke?
Just checking. Just
don't
checking.
Don't read
Listen.
into it, Tim.
I'm a fan. Oh, hold on. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. One of my favorite things was when I bought the like omnibus, which was like 5 books combined, and they're like get the trilogy, the 5-book trilogy of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah.
So I'm here for it. I respect it. I just wanted to make sure I was understanding that.
All right.
Knowing Evan, he probably plays guitar in like his 7th band.
What can Evan not do?
Right. Like his 7th band.
I'm waiting to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, an expansion for a Trick Taker. It's kind of got some like special powers in it and stuff like that.
Okay.
I'm sure
Curious.
it's great.
I enjoy Xylotar enough that I'll probably pick that up. I'm sure it won't be expensive at all. It's a small box. So Bitewing, if you're looking for a 2-player Reiner Knizia, you have stopped at the right booth.
Yeah.
Because Ecor is a 2-player Reiner Knizia, and Iliad is a 2-player Reiner Knizia.
Dang.
I love both of them.
I haven't played either, but I do love me some Reiner Knizia. So
And I love me some Greek mythology.
yeah, hell yeah, you do.
Yep.
These games look beautiful too.
Yeah, they do.
Bitewing actually does a great job with their production. I backed Zoo Vadis, the reprint of Quo Vadis, and I love the components in that game.
Gameplay not so much. Zuvadis didn't care for the gameplay much.
So
no,
Googs,
it fell really flat.
Googs, what's your take? What's your take on a 2-player game? Are you down, or do you not prefer 2-player games?
Like in general?
Yeah, just overall.
Oh no, I'm for it. I mean, a lot of 2 to 4 player games, like sometimes they're really good at 4, but sometimes they're much better at 2, like that heads up kind of play. It depends on the game.
Sure.
I love one of my favorite games is Jaipur. What's the one with the grid? It's out of print for a while. You got your 2 meatballs, you put one on one side, one on the other, and the cross is the Targi. Targi. Love Targi.
Yeah. Hey,
yeah,
Chris, we'll see you next week, dude. Can't wait.
Yep.
Oh, see you, Chris.
I like
Mr. Jack's another favorite.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I just wasn't sure because some people are like, 2-player game, I'm out, and I get it because you want to be able to accommodate like larger groups. But and that is limiting, right? Like sometimes that 3 to 4 player game is really tough because you're trying to hit that bullseye.
You can't for everyone that says that, there's a person that says the opposite. We ran into so many people during the Stuff of Legend campaign that were complaining that we didn't have a solo mode or a 2-player version. And it was like, we can get into an argument if we really want to, but the fucking game has got a hidden traitor in it. How are you really, if it's not me, like Mantis Falls does a really good job at that low play count, hidden traitor. It could be, it could not be. But that game, if anyone knew, like I get that it's usually you and your partner. Okay, this isn't the game for you. There are plenty of other games to go out there. So for everyone that's like, well, there isn't a 2-player, like three and up. All right, where's the 2-player? All right, well, there's plenty of 2-player games. Like there's plenty of really good 2-player games.
Yeah, the reason it's not 2-player is because it's not good at 2-player.
Right.
Like we tried it, it didn't work. You want a good game? Here it is.
Right.
Yeah. Not every game can be everything. Agreed. Sure.
It's like saying every co-op is a solo game.
Bob.
Can be if you're lonely enough.
I just think it's nice to have a game for every occasion. Sometimes I want an 8-player game, and sometimes I'm totally fine with a 2-player game if that's all I got.
And Mike, I agree with you there, right? Like, I love having a wide variety of games that we can accommodate like all the player counts.
Yeah.
Right. I agree.
Exactly.
That's a well-rounded collection.
Yep.
And sometimes games that are 2 to 4 players or 2 to 6 players really don't play well at 2.
Yeah.
They're meant for a higher play count, or they have some variation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or they have an AI that you have to run at a 2-player game to simulate a 3-player version of a thing. And Sam's right. Like, we had Kevin Wilson working on Stuff of Legend. If there was a way to make a 2-player version of that fit in theme, because he's a very thematic designer, if there was a way to make that happen at 2-player, Kevin would have figured it out. But it wouldn't have been good for the game.
Right.
As long as it's good for the game, do it. And this game might not be good at 3-player or 4, like Battle Line. You're not playing Battle Line. You mentioned it earlier. You're not playing that at 3 or 4 players. That's a heads-up strategy 2-player game.
Yeah. Yep. Agreed.
Yeah,
agreed.
Yeah, these look great. Iker and Iliad look. Iker?
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah,
I'm not sure. Iker, one of those. But
they're beautiful though.
Yeah, my money's just draining away.
Didn't really look into this one.
I trust their games to be good. Their games are usually really good.
They've been putting out some bangers lately. So.
Cool.
I wouldn't sleep on that one either. I mean, in-game bonuses. Love in-game bonuses.
Okay.
I'm not going to pronounce my version of it, but yes.
Let's skip down to this banger.
We know that one's good.
Yeah, this game's fantastic. And I know Burn Island is also offering the opportunity that you can play it with the designer Yuval.
Yeah, Yuval will be there next week. Hell yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
Yep.
Have you guys have played this, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great.
I paid for a Kickstarter copy of it.
Good.
Yuval has been on the show. It is an excellent game.
It's phenomenal. We played it with him and Sean on the show. As we were playing it, I think if you go back and watch that episode, you'll see me physically change throughout the game because I realize all the designer decisions that you've all put into it to make it thematically make sense with not only getting off planet and going off, but the way that you use the ray, you use the shield, you get the hell out of there. Like, it's so smart what he did in that game. It still blows me away. The copy is beautiful. The gameplay is stellar. This if you don't have it, if you didn't back it, pick this up as soon as you get there.
Yeah, I would say that this is a no-brainer. And again, the production design is great. It's a great looking game. The iconography is really good. It's not hard to learn, and there's lots of really interesting decisions. It's that crunch per rule ratio, which Mr. Rice loves, and I can't not use it because that's such a good way to sort of express, how a game can be really good.
The synergy of those action cards is incredibly fulfilling when you get them to go off.
And that mechanism, how some actions take you off planet or off the moon, and you're moving your workers back and forth. You got to be careful not to be straight out on water. You got to spend time sending your guys over. It's a great balance.
Every decision matters. And while you're at their booth, this is a good time to mention their Deep Sea, Endeavor Deep Sea, got the Spiel nomination.
It's a fantastic game.
It is unreal.
I still need to play this.
Oh, so
you haven't played Deep Sea Endeavor?
No, I've got it, but I haven't played it.
Man, I can bring my.
Okay.
That was my favorite game that I played last year for the first time. Loved it. Really, really good.
Yep. I'm sure they'll
have
tons of
replayability, great theme, really good components, wonderful game.
Yep.
We can move on to Capstone. That's always got interesting things going on. Galileo Galilei is really had a lot of people talking about it.
Yep.
This is the SETI designer, Thomas Olet.
Oh, yeah. Good catch.
He's got a thing he likes.
Yep. Yeah, I've heard great things about that.
Yep, same here. Meltwater is a reprint that kind of got mixed reviews. This new art looks great, but I don't know, the gameplay, I don't know if that's going to be my thing.
I mean, I like the idea behind it, so I'd be interested in seeing how that all shakes out, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
also love the The color on this box is fantastic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's sharp.
And I definitely like the idea of kind of being the countries fighting over Antarctica and that sort of thing.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
This Raising Chicago has some cool ideas. It's based on a real world theme, which I always like, is back in the 1800s where Chicago actually had a sewage problem, and they either had to dig to create sewage or they had to start building up to make room for storage. And that was what they chose to do. So you were literally trying to buy properties and build buildings upward. Looks pretty neat.
This next design duo, they're a powerhouse.
Yeah, right.
Uh-oh.
This is just a little card game too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that design.
Oh geez. Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, curious about that one.
I'm already mad that it's not for sale. Like just by without knowing anything, right? Just seeing us for demo, it's like, damn it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Always interested in anything Czech Games is going to put out. They are definitely one of my favorite publishers. So how about an expansion for Galaxy Trucker 2nd edition?
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
And do
Galaxy
what?
Trucker's awesome. Yeah. Galaxy Trucker's fun. It's chaos. It's my kind of game because it spits in the face of the people that got a meta game. Because it's fast and furious, and you just throw all against the wall, see what sticks. I love that kind of thing.
Agree with this statement.
Yeah, I'm with you,
just
Nikki.
go to the Burnt Island booth and just buy How to Save a World. It'll be available.
You'll feel better.
Yeah,
you'll feel better.
You'll be happy.
There you go. There's one for Bob and Mike coming up.
I think it's kind of funny that they're demoing the new expansion. I really thought that they would have the big box available for sale. Maybe they'll have some at Gen Con. I don't know.
Well, it doesn't mean they won't be selling it.
True.
Right? Or at least the regular version, right?
They usually would have a price, and it does say July, so I don't know.
Why
Not necessarily.
Or bag building? They're adding bag building to Arnett?
No,
that's a broad subtopic, though. That's not necessarily.
Deck bag and pool is one thing. Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say what?
Like, damn it! I just sold my copy of Lost Ruins.
A lot of people talking about an expansion for SETI.
Wait! Before you move on, the idea that that's demo only and coming out in July, like we're doing that with Digging for Dinos, with Relative Space, with Cattywampus, like the ones that we have for Gen Con are demo only. That and technically Canvas Critters, depending on the situation that's happening and if things get here in time, they putting it a demo only and then having them for sale would be better than having it for sale and be like, oh, we don't have any. So if we end up having some, even if like this could be available at Origins because they either airshipped a pallet in because it was ready in time, or it got here and got to the warehouse, so the warehouse drove it, whatever. Like Sam had to drive overnight to the warehouse to get some right. So anything can happen. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not ready. And the fact that it's coming out in July, if it does move a little bit over, they might have some advanced copies that they sell. Just like somebody had mentioned before.
Under promise, over deliver, right?
You're gonna have them and not.
Yeah. Under promise, over deliver. So that's super smart. And then the people like Nikki are really happy. They're like, oh, you actually have it for sale. Like, let me buy it.
That's a strategy for sure.
That's legit.
Expansion for SETI.
Sure.
They do have a new game being demoed here, and anything from Czech is usually worth checking out. So
someone's letting off fireworks and Winston is not happy about it.
Oh no.
No. Yeah, kind of like Sausage Sizzle last year.
This one here, this one I found kind of intriguing. This is actually a role-playing game that's played by Hard Play.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Sounded kind of neat.
I would definitely look at it.
I'll tell you, I'm
story-driven role-playing game.
I'm a little biased because DPH is local. They're Syracuse, or they're outside Syracuse. They're in Corning, which is a little bit west-ish of here, but I know Dan. I've play tested a lot of the stuff that he's gotten, and they're just good games. Like Legacy of Sea has been getting on a couple people's radar for the hype and making sure they're getting it when it's available. He's got a game that came out a couple years ago called Madoshi, which I think is a sleeper. It's a very smart 2-player, like it's got a very Onitama feel to it, but it's sleek. So anything, if you could put DPH on your radar, it's worth it. He's got some really good stuff.
Mike, go back up to the top one real fast.
That is why we have Mike on
real
the
quick.
Show.
No, Charles. Yeah, shut down the rundown for sure. Okay. Yeah, the establishment. All right. I'm just kind of making some mental notes. So need to go by this booth and talk to these people because play some of their stuff. Cool.
Yeah, Dan's great. And Legacy at Sea, I've seen through a couple iterations of it. He's been working on that one for a while now. And to see it coming out, like the Kickstarter did well and the game's coming out, it looks really good. The establishment's good. I mean, there's a couple that are kind of gimmicky, but most of them are you won't regret it.
Sure.
Nice. I saw he's also got a game here designed by Oren Bishop.
With that famous artist.
Rally.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Image
Inviolable.
No image avable.
Another, yeah. Yep, I've seen that one. It's fun. The Edge of Time is another good one. The one above it in the list. Like they're worth taking a look at. They'll surprise you.
It's a really good joke about that. The artist name, Touche.
Dude.
What's the joke about the artist name?
No image avable.
Oh, the artist.
And Touche was the name of the game.
Touche. Got it.
All right, new micro macro.
I'll definitely be looking at the micro macro. 100% looking at micro macro. Because the regular one, right? My kids and I goof around with that all the time. My wife likes that game. If there's like an honest to God, like straightforward, like kids version, even better.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything so racy, in the regular one, at least not for me and my, values or whatever. But
yeah, one of the earlier scenarios in one of them was like there was a murder and you got to find the killer. So I think that's what,
And some people, and I listen, man, it's you got to know your family and what everybody's cool with, right? So
the micro macro After Dark was kind of a letdown.
Boy, lots of micro there, huh, Bob?
Was that a solo game, Bob?
That's right. Solo legacy
campaign. Yeah,
he ruined it.
Buy some stickers.
Stickers. Good choice of words.
Give myself a gold star.
A new tab each time. I'm clearing them out. I'll always check out any Wolfgang Warsch party game.
Yep. 100%. Wolfgang makes amazing stuff.
This one sounded pretty clever. Is a microwave more important to humanity than diapers? How differently does a rocking horse move compared to a windshield wiper? Your goal in the same game is to help your fellow players avoid falling into a trap. You basically choose a category, and then you got to name two things that are similar based on the category, but completely different.
Ooh.
Sounds wild.
Yeah, I like the communication limits in that one. Sounds fun.
Yeah. I can dig it.
We can talk about it early. What?
Who was putting that one out? The Wolfgang?
That is still Edition Spielwise, or basically the Hachette booth.
Okay, Hachette. Perfect.
Yep. Which, if you're not checking out Hachette games anyway, something's wrong with you.
Just do it. Just do it.
Gigameek.
And speaking of opening your wallet as you walk up to a booth, the next one, I'm going to say do the same thing.
Studio, they have a lot of Studio H stuff, and Studio H has a lot of good stuff coming too.
Matthew from Envy Born Games.
Love this dude. Love this guy.
This Dragon Roost is not out yet, but it's very pretty looking.
I'm just saying, when you walk up to booth 1130, if you don't have a fanny pack, buy one and then buy a bunch of these games and just cram them into these fanny packs.
Yeah, he actually got double the money from me. I bought one from him at Origins last year and then realized I was too fat to wear it. So then at Gen Con, I bought a second one and I looped them together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get him to sign
Why
it?
he doesn't like fat people?
You
Well, he
gotta
didn't
get him
sign
to
it, but I use it for all my enamel pins.
Nice.
Yeah. He's got a lot of canvas area there.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I got my fanny pack back here.
I gotta say, this is his newest one here, and it's a solo only dice game. But this is his best looking game so far, in my opinion. Really,
We talked
beautiful
about this on the
looking.
show on Monday. Our topic on Monday was with Peter. We were with Peter Vaughn. It was about art in board games, and this was one of my top ones. The pictures don't do it justice. There's a gold foil shimmer on them. The cards lay out different ways. Like that one, the four birds are going that way. But if you look at the previous picture, you got one going horizontal and one going vertical. Sorry, vertical and horizontal. The art in this is absolutely stunning, and it looks unbelievable in person.
Mm-hmm.
And the gameplay is super fun. Like, I know it's a solo play. You can, like, you and your partner can still think about what you want to do based on the dice rolls and how you want to attack it. But the way the dice moves through each of the cards, and how it attacks back, and like the choices are important. This is going to be a really good one.
Yeah, it looks stunning. Absolutely
Does.
looks stunning.
Oh yeah, yep,
indeed,
for sure.
Oh,
speaking
again,
of
another
Ammon-
monster of a human being.
Yeah, indeed. Speaking of Ammon, he's got credits on a couple others down here.
Hey,
Bob and I played Meerkat Kingdoms on Tabletop Simulator with the guys and put that one on the channel. That was a lot of fun.
was fun.
That's like a dice rolling territory control game, and you get points based on whichever territories you can control.
Yeah, that's gonna be another
one. Was
one.
pretty solid.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's another one
Prowl.
he's got in the pipeline that looks really pretty.
Yep. Prowl looks really good. That dragon's roost is cute as shit too. The way it's building up and the pieces, it looks amazing.
I saw art for that. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say the art's really neat for that, but it wasn't on the main page. It is cute.
Yeah. And the way you're building it up, the way like the table presence of that one's gonna be really good.
And then another one that's got Ammon's name on it. Space Potato. I mean, you just got me intrigued by name.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
But are there feet in that though?
Oh,
that's
calm
a good
down.
question. Does that got an image after you click it? Because some of these don't. Yeah, this Available guy did a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he's
very
busy.
busy.
He is very busy.
He is very busy.
Dang.
I'll be honest, I didn't look at any Fireside games.
Okay, I just love this name. Hold on.
Helsing?
Yeah, I mean,
Don't sleep.
Kind of in.
Don't sleep on them.
2 pigs, a werewolf, and a vampiric boar team up to save Mud Canyon. Holy shit, Helsing. Yes, please.
It's gonna be really good. It's a cute one. I mean, it's cheeky and fun, but it's a good one. And the next one too down the list by Simon it's also not worth like checking in. Don't sleep on it.
I mean, just saying. I love a funny name and a good, yeah.
This one.
They're also, if you have a chance to meet Justin and Anne Marie, the two the DeWitts, the ones that own Fireside, they're some of my favorite humans. They're just they're unbelievable people. They're so genuine. They're so friendly. They always have a smile on their face at their booth. Their games are like Castle Panic is one of the first games I played. They have really fun stuff. As cheeky as some of it is, they're really good games.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and I agree, Nikki. A good pun sells a game instantly. I mean, sometimes, man. I mean, sometimes if you're laughing at the title, you're like, I just want this on my shelf so I can laugh at this.
Yeah, I'm that way too. I looked into this one a little bit. This is an interesting looking kind of worker placement game here.
Yeah.
The cover didn't draw me in, but when I started kind of reading the mechanics, it did.
Well, this is another one. I mean, the cover is the cover, but Adrian is co-designer of Sagrada, and Adrian is a phenomenal designer. Mm-hmm. Anything he puts his there's 3. What's the one that's on? Is it GameFound or Kickstarter right now?
We'll see you tomorrow, Steph. Sorry, Steph said they need to drop.
3 Magi, I think it's called. I don't know what platform it's on. Yes. That's also a co-design by Adrian. Mm-hmm. He's just another amazing human being. Really fun to work with. I've co-designed with him. But yeah, he makes good stuff. Very thoughtful, very very specific decisions that are made in games that make the game better for it.
I was wondering this, Brandon,
Yeah.
when I saw majestic flying whales in the description.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. They got any more images of this? Nope, just a box cover. Which didn't necessarily draw me in, but the description of the mechanics did.
Oh, look, you can see it's a cloud or the whale.
Underneath.
At first, I thought it was like
Yeah.
a gondola, but no,
Yeah.
it's the whale.
Exactly. Gigamic, always check out whatever they are doing.
Yep.
Hachette.
Yep.
That booth will be popping.
Yep.
This one kind of reminded me a little bit of Solitaire, this slide game here. Grail games. This food for thought game kind of intrigued me a little bit. This is a worker placement game where you're actually trying to balance food that you put into your body. So you're actually paying attention to what your body needs as you're getting food, and fast food is bad for you, and you're going to need some exercise along with it. Kind of like real life. But I like these sort of real life sort of themes, and I like seeing the way that people can interpret those into board games.
Interesting. I like the only mechanism listed is worker placement.
Yeah, I know.
Hmm.
That is it. But what I read seemed neat. Grand Gamers Guild, of course, you got to check out what they have going on.
Yeah.
Tim did our review of Belgian Beers Race Dice, so I have not played that one. But let's just go right down to Inferno. You don't have this game, just get your wallet out.
Yep.
This game's amazing. Fantastic worker placement. Looks busier than what it actually is. I remember again when we did our box art from 2024, and Mike and I nominated this one, and it kind of the sleeper to go on and win it all, the Inferno box cover here that nobody expected, much like the Indiana Pacers.
Oh my God! Really? Are they winning? Is that why you're bringing them up again?
Oh, they're up by 4 at half.
Okay. Because if they were losing, you wouldn't have mentioned them.
Tim, we're at the best game in the whole preview list here. We're at Inferno.
Oh my God, so good.
Yeah, just buy it. It's amazing.
I need to play it.
Is it for sale or just demo?
No, it is for sale. I've seen it in stores already, so I know they have copies now.
Okay. Yeah. If you want a crunchy worker placement with really good theme and not like hard to learn, like here you go. Good stuff.
Crunchy as far as figuring out what the ideal thing to do on your turn is, yes, but not so much in the implementation of the rules and figuring out how to play the game.
Right.
Really, really good.
Yeah. Yeah, we ranked it pretty high.
Ovation was a surprise for me. Have you guys played Ovation?
Nope.
Mm-mm. Ovation's a good one. You're putting on a performance, and you have a lot of things that need to line up in order for things to trigger properly, right? But you're playing this with these pieces, your resources, and the key, because you're composing your whatever that you're composing. The way that the pieces work, the way that the cards work with the pieces, the resources, it's a very, very smart game. Like that board, the way that things work on the piano board is really neat. And then the iconography on the cards makes sense once you get into it, but it's clever.
I like the theme in this art for sure.
So you prefer the keyboard to the Xylotar?
Ooh, I was just going to make a joke about that.
100%. 100%.
Pillars of Heracles is getting some buzz. This is the designer of Ahau. This has kind of got some area majority and rondel action selection and using cards to try to match what's in the rondel for bonuses. Pretty interesting. Some really nice components too.
Yeah.
But yeah, rondel. There's not enough games that use the rondel action selection. I think a lot of them are great.
Yeah, not enough.
S'mores galore.
Yeah, so this is you might have met Daniel at QsCon. This is his company's first game. Mighty Acorn is his company, and this is the first game he put out. And it's cute. It's very cute. It's very straightforward. Just a light card game.
Nice.
Yeah, but I mean, who doesn't love s'mores?
Right?
Right? Yep, exactly. So yeah, definitely check out Mark at Grand Gamers Guild. He's got a bunch of great stuff coming out.
For sure. Yeah, the Heracles one's probably coming home with me.
I may consider a copy of Inferno,
Dude.
even though Bob and Tim both have one. I may still get one. It just,
I will say,
Grandpa-
Inferno is
Yes.
in danger of being my favorite game of the year with a game that Bob and I played last weekend. But it's not the game we played last weekend. Is it a new game? So
What's up, Vague?
Oh.
Can
it
you
was
not
vague.
talk about it?
No, we can talk about it.
2022, but our review's not out yet.
The review's not out yet, but Bob and I played a game that I bought at the IndieCon flea market when we were there a couple weeks ago, and it's called Age of Atlantis. And
It was really good.
man, that game was good. It was really cool because you're trying to curry like political favor in the city of Atlantis, but you're being attacked by the Persians and the Romans, and so you've got to defend the city. So you've got to like cooperatively defend the city while still trying to like accomplish your own goals. And you can build buildings, which then you can use and upgrade your abilities on your player board. But then other players can use your buildings and upgrade their abilities. It's crazy. It's really good stuff. It was really good.
Great production value, and the rule book is like one big sheet that opens up. It's so concise. It's just done really well. People should take notes on how to make a rule book from that.
That's a pretty looking layout with the board and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. And if you got like the Kickstarter one, you got like the metal sculpture, and then the
you got the bronze Poseidon in the front, in the middle. Yeah,
the mythics are awesome looking too. They're got a shading to them.
And you're putting the dice on the thing. Wow.
Yeah, they're not dice you roll, but those are like your workers, and so like there'll be like happy with the one face, or they can go up to 2 happy, or they can go down to sad, and they have little markings on it, so you know.
I'll be bringing it. I'll be bringing it to Origins. So if you want to play it, Age of Atlantis. Yes, Sam.
Age of Atlantis. Actually, it's the Age of Atlantis. To be fair,
the Age of Atlantis.
But yes, it is sort of a dice worker placement, but you're not rolling the dice, which I was worried about because they're wooden dice. I'm like, oh no, but those are just your workers. It was really good.
That's cool. Hey, Andrew.
That is Eldorado Games, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
It is.
Yeah, I was just looking at it.
Sorry, Andrew, you missed 25th Century. It was up there. We already gushed about it.
Yes, we did.
Can't wait to be giving hugs at Origins. I agree.
Grandpa Beck's got a new card shedding game.
Oh yeah, give me Grandpa Beck's game any day of the week.
Skull King. I feel like Skull King's been out forever.
Ages.
Yeah,
Ages.
10 years.
2013.
2013. Yeah.
I just bought my copy this year.
Nice.
I've had a copy since 2013. Well, I'm probably on my like 5th or 6th copy, but because I wear them out.
Yeah, I didn't really go into detail on what is in that expansion. Kind of disappointed that it says they're demoing it, but it doesn't actually convey whether they're selling it or not. It would be nice to be able to pick up that big box, but maybe that's only available for pre-order or at Gen Con. I don't know. Didn't really check this one out. Fantasy worker placement engine builder. That'll definitely pull some people.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, even the company doesn't have an image Like they don't have a logo.
Right.
Yeah, this one here, Garod Games. Yeah, I'm unfamiliar.
Well, they got that no image available.
The French
So
artist is their logo.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Decent looking art.
Oh, yellow.
I do want to go down to this Heidel Bar, which is putting out some games for check. This trick-taking game here looked pretty interesting.
Yeah, I like the art.
Yeah, and it's already out too, so it should be available, I would think.
Yeah, it's weird that it's listed March 25 as a release, but it's not. It's not listed as demo or for sale there. I don't know
No price
what
or
was
anything.
missed.
And you're kind of like choosing a team as you play your tricks and win tricks and stuff. Seems cool.
Team-based games.
Go down to yellow here. Looks like they're going to be in the Hachette booth as well.
Yeah, that Pina Colada dice I've heard good things about. I think that was at PAX for the first time. Mythical dice looks. I don't know what it is. I don't know anything about it. I want to grab it just on the cover alone.
I want it because I hear it is a dice rolling trick taking game that re-implements Skull King.
Ooh.
Interesting.
And you'll be doing bids, and yeah, this is one I'm buying. I've already decided.
Yeah, that's got to come. Well, I need to know about the dice trick taker because we have one in the hopper that's a dice trick taker. But a pure dice trick taker, not like that. What is it, Tonkatsu dice or something? That's like the dice are used to enhance the cards. Interesting.
Each round, player draws a number of dice from the bag equal to the current hand, 5 dice for the 5th, yada yada. Then places them behind their screen, keeping these dice a secret. After getting their dice, each player simultaneously bids the number of tricks they think they'll claim during the round by putting out fingers on their hand. Record these bids on the sheet. First player in hand chooses a die from behind their screen, rolls it in public. They roll a number die. Each other player must roll a number die of this color, if possible. Otherwise, they roll a die of their choice.
That's good.
Yeah, I can kind of see some Skull King ideas in this.
And it has nothing to do with the game that Eric just mentioned, or how he just commented. So don't worry, Eric. I think we're good.
There you go. It's got some Skull King scoring for sure, making your bid and getting 20 for that, or losing points if you don't.
Andrew, you didn't play it? I thought you played it. Sorry. I thought you played it. Maybe not.
I'll be buying it. We can play it at Rundown Meetup.
No doubt.
I'll get it first day. Seriously, I want that one. Some more Flashpoint for those that are interested.
Yep. Well, that's the legacy version, right?
Yeah. Inside Up has been getting some buzz for this Perch game.
Yeah.
Didn't really look into this one though.
I've heard mixed. I've heard those that like it really liked it. Those that didn't like it just didn't like it. There wasn't a middle from the feedback I've gotten. But it looks cute.
Yep, some area control.
And then it's got that wide deck, bag, and pool building option.
Yeah.
It really narrows it down.
Yeah.
It's Friday. Friday at 8:00, Sam.
Looks like it's a bag builder though. A communal bag building.
Communal bag building. So like blank.
Don't know Jelly Games.
Oh, thank you, Winston. He was laying down with his head on my foot because he was scared. He finally
looks like these came from the Asian market. Kinson Key will have their first booth, and so of course you can pick up some Galactic Cruise there.
There you go.
This was one of Peter's top 5 art from Monday's show.
It is.
Nice. Yeah, the art is really good.
Yeah.
I have some issues with the gameplay.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a little. I mean, it's not a badly designed game at all. It takes a little too long to get to the fun. To just reference, our conversation earlier a little bit.
Yeah.
I think they're great dudes, and it's an incredible first time out, like design, like the way that they have done what they have accomplished is amazing. But for me, the juice was not worth the squeeze.
It didn't make much sense to me that you build a spot in your ship. It's got a whole room on it, but you can't fit anybody in it. It's only a half a space. You have to build 2 rooms to have a space for a guy, and then you're only really taking 2 dudes with you into space. I feel like each room should give you a guy, and then you have that half. So when you build your second room, you could have the 2 halves, and you get that bonus. Now you have 3 people in your 2-room ship, and that really kind of helps to get things going when you're getting more stuff from your trips when you go out and you send stuff. And I think it would help speed the game up a little bit, because 5 to 6 hours is too long for that game.
Oh, yeah. Jesus. Is it really?
Yeah.
Dick.
Yeah, it was 3 different tables were playing it at the convention we went to, and everybody's game ran 4+ hours, and a lot of them were up to 6.
Were they all first time playing it?
There was definitely there were not. I will say there were experienced people at each table teaching other people the game.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting. Wondering what is this ranked now? It keeps
But
climbing.
Wow,
636.
Yeah.
Seems like this just cracked 1,000 less than a month ago.
But great group, great team behind the game. Love the dudes.
Really good guys.
But I mean, I'm just gonna be honest with like how we felt about it. So
yeah, sure.
But I mean, there's an audience for it for sure. And I think that people that are into it are gonna just love it, and that's awesome.
Yeah, if I'm putting 5 hours in a game, there are other games I'd rather play. If I could get it down to 2 hours, huzzah!
Dude, if we could play this game in 2 hours, like all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
But like Inferno, right? I can play Inferno in that amount of time. You know what I mean? Like I can play a couple games of Inferno.
Yeah, yeah, that's like 90 minutes.
Yeah,
interesting.
I can play 2 or 3 games of Age of Atlantis in the amount of time that it would take for people to finish.
Wow.
Okay, moving on. Of course, Good Steel
Another
Board
one
Game
of my
will
favorite
be
companies.
Hell yeah!
In the Burnt Island booth. This River Market looks fun.
Yeah, Roberta Taylor, right? Amazing. What's the other one? Maple Valley, and there's another one on there. Forgot.
Creature Comforts.
Yeah, that one works. That whole line is phenomenal, and this is one of the companies. I mean, Helena is great. I love Sean. Josh is. I had no idea Josh was the co-designer of Wasabi when we started talking about the Wasabi 2nd edition coming out.
Peace out, Brandon.
See you, Brandon. Helena had told me when I was talking to her about it, that's Josh, right? And I'm like, what?
Oh, nice.
Their games are just they're hits every time. There's nothing about the stuff that they're one of the companies that I've talked about. Like if they're putting something out, it's an automatic for me.
There you go.
Their stuff always hits. They make sure they dot their I's, they cross their T's, they do amazing stuff behind the curtain. They're just an amazing company.
Oh yeah. And those are the ones you really got to support, right? I mean.
Yep.
Sean was a great guest on the show as well.
Yeah.
Sean's awesome. I love Sean. Yeah, but Helena grew a great company. Like KTBG and Burnt Island, like those two having the more family friendly kind of weighted games, and then the heavier, bigger stuff for the like the separation of them doesn't do anything. The games on either one of them are just phenomenal every time. They're just phenomenal stuff.
Yeah.
And bringing in the Nana Tandori or Toridori, whatever that is. Like that was a good grab because I know that one's going to be super popular.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know this publisher, but man, 173 likes.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's good.
Trick taking.
Rated 9.6 right now. Wait a minute.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah. Hold
How
on.
many spam accounts are there?
Methinks something doesn't add up.
Wait a minute. This is their only game.
They got a big family, maybe.
Sure.
Hmm.
Its rank overall is 23,500. Okay, fine. It's weighted at a 3 and it's rated 9.6. Wow.
That's sus.
With 32 ratings?
Look at all
Did this
these
get released like
tens.
overseas or something?
Whoa, look at all these tens. That is a bit sus.
Wow. Not to
All
shit
tens.
on.
Look at all these.
Yeah. Not to shit on them on the show. Like there's
That's
that
sus.
second person down's rating it a 1 because there's a bunch of new accounts rating it 9s and 10s. Like I get that. Don't counteract it that way. That's not the way to do it. That's pretty shitty. But yeah.
Everybody gave this a 10. There's no 8s or 7s or anything.
May. Yeah, they're all in May.
And they're all new. Hey, go rate our game before we put it on the Geek Preview. Anywho.
I really hope they didn't do like a giveaway if they went and rated it because that's actually like you'll get taken down for that.
Yeah, good job, guys.
Hey, let's go play Breakers and see if it's 10.
I like finding these sort of hidden gems, and I will tell you, last year for me it was Button Kingdoms. I hadn't met Sam. I had heard of Around the Stump and Don't Chase the Bear. Did I say Don't Chase the Bear? Yeah.
Outrun the Bear.
Outrun the Bear.
Oh my
God, there you go. I love that game.
And so I seeked him out. I asked for Button Kingdoms, and it did not disappoint. For me this year, it is Llamascape Games and Don Quixote. This game kind of reminds me of the second phase of Dabawala, where you simultaneously play a card and that pushes a resource up a track. But that's the entire game, is pushing these resources up a track, except you don't want to be too obvious about it, or there's ways that people can tank your strategy. Quick card game with some bidding in it. I'm intrigued. I want to check this one out.
I love Don Quixote. Like I just think
hell yeah. Yeah, you had me at Don Quixote. Agreed.
You had me at Dabawala. I love Dabawala. That was a surprise for me. Definitely an under the radar game. That second half was super fun and interesting, and how to manipulate that. It's smart.
Yes, and you can kind of see what people have on that section of their build, and you can say, okay, odds are Bob's going to play a red card. I don't want to waste my 2 red card here. Yep. Yeah, I love that design. And this one's kind of doing that, just that market aspect of Dabawala. So, and I like this Llamascape Games. That's just a fun name for a company. So I will definitely be looking for this one.
What else have they done? Behemoth and Moby Dick.
Yeah, good question.
Huh.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, I like to find these kind of hidden gems here, and that was the one I found. Surfing Meeple.
Oh yeah,
1220.
That's part of Matago.
Yeah, Matago. So they do like distribution, like in the U.S. for Matago and stuff.
Oh, all right. Moving on. I've heard some things about Diatoms. I don't know much about it though.
Oh, Diatoms is beautiful. Chad had that at his booth at Tantrum. I picked it up there. I don't know if that's. I mean, do they have their own, or is that going to be at Chad's booth?
This is saying it's in the Ludoliminal booth, 1935.
Right, is that Chad's booth? I'm scrolling up to see what Chad's is.
I don't think so.
Chad's 719. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, Diatoms was at. I want to say it was PAX, and I picked it up, but it was at Chad's booth. It's a beautiful game. The component qualities. It's a pretty. I mean, it's the color. There's a shimmer on the pieces, and when it's on that board, it's a pretty one.
Really nice use of acrylic here.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Looks great. I've heard good things.
I'd recommend it. Well, that next one I'm getting. Dino. What is that?
Yeah.
Cooperative dinosaur game with a shifting board? Yes.
What?
It says it's a children's game. I don't care. It's a cooperative dinosaur game with a shifting board.
Yep. I heard the board game mechanics talk about this one. I haven't looked into it though.
What? Yeah.
Right?
Yep. Yep.
Let's throw it in the bag, Mike says.
Oh hell yeah! What's the age limit? Or not the age limit?
5+.
Oh my god! Yeah, I play with that with Luca as soon as I get back.
They got Mike. They got him
for sure.
I'll give him a thumb.
100%. That's on my list. Add to collection.
There you
Want to buy?
Got him.
Nice.
Yeah. Hit the like. Hit the subscribe. Absolutely. That looks phenomenal.
Yep,
Oh, it even has a link
exactly.
to buy a copy.
Ooh.
Oh no! It's one of those fake things. Never mind.
Oh, don't do it.
Rude.
No. If you go to the top of BGG, it has the shopping cart. Like if you click in on that on the game itself,
Yeah.
you'll see at the top in the main thing. It's got buy a copy right there with the shopping cart.
Right. Yeah.
If there was a link or a way to buy it that was attached, you'd be able to go right there. But there's
Okay.
none. So
Yeah.
no, it's
A
good.
trap.
It's on my list. I'm looking for that one for sure. Thumbing it up.
Nice.
I'm doing all the things. That's gonna be fun. Just for that Stegosaurus alone.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Right.
Cool.
I got another hidden gem here, Maka Games. So this is kind of a little bit of a bluffing game, hand management, set collecting, just playing 9 cards and trying to collect sets, but not give away what you're actually trying to collect.
Nice. I've seen the license
Cool
to
theme.
Krill a lot. I don't know why, but same
Yeah.
company.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's cool.
Another small publisher I wanted to give some love to.
Hmm.
Parks and Potions has been talked about. Kind of a contract fulfilling game where you're rolling dice and trying to make potions to help heal critters and stuff.
Yeah, this one
Moon
looks
Saga.
super cute.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It does have a good look to it, for sure. I like the art.
Dice rolling, contracts. Yep.
Yeah. Moving along. I just think Octoraf is a great name.
Yeah. it is.
Octoraf. That said, I didn't really look at this. Scheduled demos, but melding and splaying card game with a comic book theme.
Okay.
Interesting.
I
Some
like
marketplace
comic books.
Off the page, Cora Discovery will be available there. This is the new Jay Cormier and Sinfu
Yeah.
Lim co-op game.
This got a rave reviews.
Mm-hmm. It has. I mean, it's got an 8 right now, which is really good. And it looks
And
like
now
they're
this
going to have a
one's
bunch
at
of
9.6.
expansion content for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like 3 or 4 of them here.
Maldonado
And
4.
Yeah. And a new deduction game from Sinfung Lim, Grundle. Not available till next year, though.
Okay.
Yep.
But you can sneak by and take a look.
Yep. Man, I've wanted to play Cyclades. I don't know if it's Cyclades or Cyclades. All right.
Cyclades.
I've been wanting to play this for so long, and I never have.
Bob's got to go to his Cyclades class later, though.
You're going to be planking. Yeah, I would like to play it before I buy it, and I know at least one of you guys have a copy, and it's readily available now that it's been reprinted.
I mean, I got an old copy, but yeah, I definitely have a copy.
It's one of Chris's favorite games.
Yeah.
My co-host Chris.
Really?
It's
Yeah.
one of his favorite games. I've never played it. He's talked about it a bunch. The new version looks stunning.
It does. Really does.
Yeah.
I like how you're bidding for actions,
Yep.
and it's essentially a area control game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it
don't-
looks fantastic.
I haven't played mine in years, so I don't really remember a ton about it, but I still have it.
It is
It looks pretty.
gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
I might
mean,
just buy this new edition.
Not gonna lie, I've been eyeballing that new deluxe version. So
Nice.
Another Greek theme game.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
I finally tracked down a copy of Feed the Kraken, as I've heard this is a great social deduction game, and I do love those, but I have not played it yet.
I want to know more. 5 to 11 players. Interesting.
Yeah, it's your standard social deduction 5+.
Yeah.
It's got kind of some secret Hitler sort of mechanics in it. How like two different people are sort of determining the outcome of the direction of the ship, but there's 3 different secret roles. Love those kind of games. This was really hard to get. Like, you only could get it from their website for the longest time. So if they have copies available and you've ever been interested, this is your time.
Interesting.
I would say, Mr. Rice, bring your Feed the Kraken and let's try to get a game in out of it while we're there.
Oh my God, I would love that. I'll start trying to learn it. I would love an excuse to learn that game.
Because we'd have the bodies for it. You know what I mean? That's a great
we will.
opportunity. And then if anybody is like, holy shit, this is great. Where can I get it? And you're like, hey.
Yep. Yeah. Right over there. Yep. Yeah. Good call. And why not stop at a booth that has a game called Karate Grannies?
Why not?
I mean,
bring your mojo to the dojo.
Hell yeah.
The ultimate granny showdown. Look at the flying dentures.
Oh my God.
Great idea. Moving on. Lambada. They definitely have some fun teams here, don't they?
It's the forbidden card game.
Yeah, it is. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-da. All I can think of is frickin' Police Academy, whatever. The Blue Oyster.
This one looks kind of cool, sort of a hidden movement. It's not a 1v mini hidden movement game. It's kind of like multiple figures face down. You're trying to guess which one is which, sort of thing. Reduction and hidden movement. Another one under Hachette.
Going back to 2-player games and talking about the hidden movement, there's a game I just lost the name of that's 2-player with 1 player playing a ghost cat. It begins with a G. I forget the name of it now. I'll have to post it later.
Cat.
No, it's 2 syllables, but it had a hidden movement element to it, and it's a 2-player game, and it was very clever. What the hell was the name of the game? Forget it. I'll if I remember, I'll let you know. Fuck, I gotta look it up. It's gonna drive me nuts. Don't wait for me.
Some more stuff for Doomtown, which was a game that seemed like it really never got off the ground.
Yeah. Well, I think it's got its fans, right? I think if you're into Deadlands and you like want that vibe,
fair.
I think that there's people there for it, you know.
Yeah. Here's one from Play to Z that I thought looked fun. This 23 Knives. I don't think this box cover does anything for it, but a bribing sort of party game with some deduction and hidden rolls sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. I like the idea behind this. I've heard them talk about it a little bit on the Board Game Insider podcast.
With kind of a Caesar and Roman kind of vibe here. Sounds pretty cool.
Eric said it's Gorio.
There it is. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you, Eric. Yeah, that's another like sleeper. Like you're talking about sleeper companies and searching for them. Gorio is one of those games that hit. It's 2-player only, but it's got that hidden movement. Really clever game. You're a cat, and I'm not a cat fan, but you're a cat, and you're going around knocking artifacts off their pedestals, and the other player has to like catch you and stop you from doing it.
I can dig
it. The art's really pretty. The gameplay was sleek. It's a good one.
That's fun.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, right. I bet you did. I bet you did.
A couple other games from Play to Z here look interesting.
Yeah,
Here's a
that's
90-minute
Empire.
4X game.
Yeah, it's a flicking like game that's 4X.
Yeah.
It's just really interesting.
The original Ascending Empire is a great game.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yep. Yeah, the first one. I think it was a Z. I think it was a Z-Man. The original Ascending Empires, I believe, was a Z-Man title when Z was there. When Zev was there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it would make sense then, right? That he brought it over to Play to Z.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
What's up? Talked up Button Kingdoms a little bit earlier. Really enjoyed it.
We sure did.
Yeah, we did.
I met Sam at Origins last year and seeked him out because of that game and was not disappointed.
You even sought him out. It was amazing.
You
I
did saw
He
them.
seeked and sought.
I did both.
All
And then I
them.
soaked.
And you had a good soak.
Sorry, Sam.
Another Scott Brady party game.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Are you post curious? 240 minutes for a puzzle game?
Well, I mean, are you putting together the puzzle? I mean, maybe.
I'm post curious what the hell this is. Ooh, that looks pretty.
1 to 99 players.
Well, that could make it take a while.
Yeah, right.
Well, this box cover needs to be here and more people would thumb it because that looks cool.
A puzzle tale.
But what the heck? Yeah, not a lot to go on here. 240
wow.
minutes. Sorry.
Solve
Good
puzzles.
And then
Uncover
the
a
next
story.
thing, 180. Good lord.
Huh.
A $29 game that takes 3 hours to play. I just okay.
I mean,
Cooperative production.
maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go, Mike. Travel CDSK.
Yeah. No joke.
Dude,
I mean, I can actually show it to you. I have it. It's still got that magnetic clasp to it. All different cards, all different questions, and in a smaller box. Yeah.
Really enjoyed that one for a modern travel game. I actually saw that in a store last week, but when I knew it was on the Origins preview, I'm like, well, if I want it, I'll get it directly from them at Origins.
Yep, it's one of my. I do not like. I mean, I like some trivia games, but not much because again, I feel stupid for most of the time. But this one, the way that this one works, for those that don't know, you get to pick your level of stupidity. So it's giving you how much do you know about a topic, and you actually can pick 1 through 10. 1 being like the most simplest thing you can ever think of, and then 10 being like you really know a lot of stuff. And if you get it right, you move that many spaces on the track. But you pick how stupid you want to sound. It's clever. It's very clever trivia game.
I like the pick your confidence level in
Yeah.
a given subject idea. That's genius.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if it came up Star Wars, like the majority of us probably would pick a 9 or a 10. But if it came up Indiana Pacers, most of us would probably just pick a 1.
Right. Because there's really nothing worth knowing.
Right.
Correct. I would be a 10 there and like a 3 on Star Wars. But yes, I get your point.
Right. Well, I picked a 1 because they're losing by 1, but that's not the point.
Hey.
Is your Fiend higher than mine? They're up by a point on mine, but that's fine.
I don't know.
Must
Maybe.
be behind. We're at
Hey,
the free
bud.
throw line too. Nice try though. Pacers in 6.
I told you we still have.
For those that missed it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
No, don't have those. Thank you.
Okay.
Still on the show.
Moving on.
Where's the guys?
Restoration game.
Where's the opening?
No,
Where's the opening?
it's right there. Oh.
Not gonna lie, I want to know about Battle Monsters.
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, I'm not saying we got to like dig into it now, but I'm just saying I will be walking by and looking at Battle Monsters for sure. I've never played any of the Unmatched games. I've heard great things, but
The table presence on those Battle Monster games is bonkers.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I got a year. It looks like I got a year to
Hey.
save up. They don't come out till next year, August.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because isn't it on crowdfunding now?
Is it? It might be. Yeah.
I think so.
Holy crap.
Yeah, those are real. Like those are pretty massive.
Those are real.
Yeah.
Some more unmatched.
Yeah.
Scorpion Mask. This title didn't necessarily interest me. However, I will point out that Florian Sirio is the designer of After Us, which we all love.
Absolutely.
Oh, nice. That's cool. That is a good game. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about Zeros?
You want to have another one?
So
It's a memory game though, so I don't know.
That's it.
yeah, not my favorite.
I want to
Not
play
my
those
favorite.
with Bob and Mike.
Oh, you have one and I have one.
Look at this. Hey, this is a game for us. Look at
There you
this. Befriend adorable Mookies, but watch
Yeah,
out for the spider.
Yeah, look at the cute
Can
art.
I see it too?
Look, I don't know. I'll pick it up next
Adorable.
week. We can play it. We're showing it over here on the show. Mike's showing it.
Right here. Mm-hmm.
Mike?
Googs, have you guys played Spinderella?
Oh.
Look, that's the game. Yeah, Spinderella is awesome.
Yeah, it's cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got that one. The spider made me think of
the
it.
way the magnet works, the way the sliding string works on the top, it's very clever.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I'm going to pick that game up and we'll play it when I come back. You
Yeah.
want to play it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I come?
No, you can't. Maybe in a couple years.
What? Oh.
Soon you'll be my con buddy, don't worry.
Yeah. Luca, how old are you now?
Yeah.
Luca, Tim asked a question.
How old are you now, buddy?
3.
3. Oh my God.
Wow.
How old are you guys?
Old. Way older than that.
Way old.
Way older than that.
Oh.
103.
I'm 7, Tim is 8, Bob is 10.
Yeah.
Mike acts like he's 2, but he's our age as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, is he old?
Yeah, we're all
Oh,
Yeah.
way
Is
old.
that guy old?
Yeah, Tim's 8.
Yeah.
Tim, show on top of your
Super
head.
old.
That is he 10?
Yeah, Bob's 10.
Is he 2?
Yeah, Mike is 2.
And how old is
true.
you?
6.
And how old is your mom?
I think 5.
Yeah.
How old is Mika?
2.
And how old
Mika's as old as Mike.
Hey, we had a Sentient Games appearance up there. And of course, as we
Like 7.
get to his game here, I'm sorry I don't know that much about it.
800.
What's
Dual
what?
deck building.
Ooh.
Yeah. How
All right, I gotta get back to the show though.
Then
okay?
are you Ty?
Mhm.
Well,
Here, I'll give you one of these. You go
'Cause
sit.
if so, we'll come see you at your booth.
how you
Just
have
for
one downstairs
popping in and saying hi.
I have one
I'm
upstairs.
gonna give you one, but you gotta say bye to the guys first.
Bye.
Bye, Luca.
Bye.
Thank you, buddy.
Hey, Mike, what were you saying? What did Sentient Games commented in the thing?
You got it.
Yeah, and here we are at Sentient Games, and it looks like he's going to have a booth. So
Oh,
I'm
hell
wondering
yeah.
if he's Ty.
All right.
Adding it to my list.
Love
If
you,
so,
buddy.
we'll come say hi.
Bye.
Teach
Bye.
us your game. Bye, Luca.
Yeah, right. Looks cool. Dual deck building. I'm curious.
Mike, you and I played that Border Space Tactics, right? We had that dual deck
Yes.
building. Well, it wasn't even
Mhm.
deck building, but it was just dueling spaceship combat, and that was a
Yes.
blast.
Mm-hmm. It was.
So I'm here for it.
All right, Ty, for tuning in, we'll come find you at your booth.
Yes.
There you
Okay,
go.
Ty.
Nice.
Join the Discord. Reach out to us. Let's
Yeah,
meet up.
Seriously.
I want to play your game.
I haven't played Flock Together. It looks cool.
Flock Together is beautifully produced.
It is. It looks great.
Like
It's a
down to
Bosnia
the
card,
because the books are the spiral bound. They have the spiral bound books, but they thought enough that putting it into the board, they made a groove for the spiral part to go into. Like thoughtful to that degree. The art's pretty. It's a good one.
Yeah. It's an amazing looking game for sure.
Yep.
It's
100%.
Bosley.
That's true.
Slugfest. Oh, they have something other than Red Dragon.
Yeah, Positano, Italy, right?
Right? Yeah, it actually looks kind of cool. It's got
Mhm.
some bidding in it, which always pulls me in.
Yeah, you do like bidding.
Hey, Ty, throw your booth number in the chat. I'm going to write it down. I'm making notes real quick.
1559.
Yeah,
1559. Cool.
Yep.
I'll make sure we come and find you. Thank you. Appreciate it. That's what.
Oh, he's next to Sam. All right, that'll be easier.
Oh, well, how are we going to dodge Sam the whole show if we go see them? Damn it.
Screwed. You're screwed now.
Hosed.
Yeah, we are. This Positano looks really cool, though.
I'll see 3 times.
Really cool. Kind of getting some Skyrise vibes out of this.
Yeah, right.
I have to look that one up.
Ooh, some
Love
good table
this.
presence. Yeah.
For sure. And some more Red Dragon. This Cretaceous Rails looks really cool.
Oh, I've heard good
Obviously.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a great look. And of course, anytime you can implement the dinosaur park theme, you're gonna suck some people in.
Yeah, for sure.
It looks great.
That gameplay time is weird though, right? 30 minutes to 2 hours.
Yeah. I mean, are you playing with Spencer? Or are you playing with I'm just kidding.
I wonder if it's just 30 minutes per player.
Per
That's what I was
player, right?
thinking.
1 to 4.
Sure.
Yeah. Modular board, pick up and deliver, worker placement, route building. Okay. All right.
Ticket to
Great
ride
table
with
presence, too.
dinosaurs.
Ticket the
Table
dinosaur.
presence.
Dinosaurs to ride.
Everyone
Ticket to
get
dinosaur.
on the floor. Grab your ticket for the dinosaur.
Wow. Wow.
There you go. Everybody do the dinosaur.
Oh, there you go. The
Hey, we don't have the
designer
money
of the
back.
game's from Nebraska. You need to go upstairs. I'm not
Hey, how about that? I noticed there's a lot of lady designers on several of these games in the preview list.
Ah.
Bob, calm down.
Just, that's great.
No, Sam was talking about the
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Love you too, Dad.
Ooh.
Thunderworks will be there. One of my favorite publishers, and I think this game's great.
Yeah.
Really had a
Yeah.
blast playing Emerald Skulls.
If I can scoop up a copy like yours, I might do it.
I don't know if you can still get that deluxe.
That's
They
what I'm
might
saying.
have it. They might have them at the convention.
That's what I'm going to
That's
try.
possible.
If they do, I'll scoop one. Otherwise,
Man, to be honest though, I think that box I have is almost too big for what the game is, and the smaller box is more appealing. But man, those freaking metal coins are amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did really enjoy that. One person's rolling dice, and everybody else is betting on what they're going to roll and how the results are. It's pretty fun.
Yep.
I like it. And anything
Yeah.
in that world too works, right? Lockup is great. The Stone Spine Architects is great.
Yeah, they've created a really cool universe over there.
Yep.
Right.
For
Yeah,
sure.
I appreciate that they're able to tie all of these totally different games into this one universe.
I wonder if they'll have a little bit of preview of the new rolling
Cartographer.
Role player adventures.
Role
role
player?
player adventures. They just had the expansion for that, right?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
live right now.
Yeah.
So this next one, I got invited to their event, but like it kind of overlaps by a half an hour with our meetup, and I really wanted to go. I really want to check this game out. I might reach out to them and be like, "Hey, look, I can commit for like an hour for their event because their event goes from like 7 to 8:30, and our event starts at 8. But it looks really cool. I'm very curious about this game. I like these kind of these kind of like abstract, unique games, really quick to learn, play fast. Cause usually with these kind of games, it's like, okay, let's just like re-up, go again, so I don't know. Looks interesting. Could be cool.
I mean, it does
Take
say
that
60
dice
minutes.
roller.
What does it say? I can't see.
Well, I was definitely not expecting this one. I only say that because it's from Unexpected Games.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe it's by the Spanish Inquisition.
yeah, nobody expects that.
Exactly.
No one expects that. Have any of you played the Mandalorian Adventures game? yet?
have
It's
not?
all right.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's not bad. We just played
mean-
the intro scenario. I'm sure it gets
Right,
more
yeah, it was
interesting
intro.
as
Yeah,
you go.
exactly. I mean, the nice thing is like the maps are in the book, so you don't have to like grab a bunch of tiles and try to figure all that crap out.
Yes.
Right.
I mean, it was co-op-y, so you do have to worry about alpha gamer type of thing that could happen.
Yeah.
But it was, I mean, if you like The Mandalorian, it's got that flavor, for sure. So
love The Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and this one's got Ahsoka in it.
Even better.
The looks of the cover, so yeah.
She's just in the cover.
Rider.
Just on the cover, not really in it.
More Final Girl stuff.
Man, people who love that game.
I've been really like tempted with the Final Girl stuff. Not gonna lie.
I'm not even. Honestly.
I wonder.
It's really good.
Is it?
Yeah. Have you played Hostage Negotiator?
No.
So it's built on that system. Every choice you make, it matters. Like it seriously matters because it can push or pull things in certain directions that the next turn you're like, God damn it! Like why did that that had to happen this turn? You really feel like you're in it. Like they're really good, and the production's through the roof. But the way that you can use any character with any baddie like that system works really well. You just pick a player and you pick a map and you play, and it can be a little fiddly, especially as a solo because you got to do all the things. But it's pretty rewarding if you make it out. Like it's punishing enough where you feel it, and then it's rewarding when you finally get that. You get to the end and you do the thing, and it's good.
Hey, Couch Mike, did you catch the designer on one of those expansions?
I did.
Yeah. Ryan Jojo Horgan. I'm just
him.
That one. Yeah, she's all right.
So much for this game. I just can't help but wonder when the final girl is going to come out.
Hold on.
I think they just did those little packs for the summer of whatever. But I thought, I mean, who knows, right? If something's good, you keep doing it.
Absolutely.
Right. But volume 3 should have been. I don't think it was expected that 2 was going to do even well, and then they came out with a 3. But I think 3 ended it. And then you had the summer ones, the extra characters that either need a little work or were on the cutting room floor because they only could have so many in a volume.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's worth the system, and it's cheap to get into, right? The base game's $20, or the base components of the games is $20, and then you get one of the VHS tapes to go along with it. So you're trying it for $40, and if you really like it, it's just $20 basically an expansion.
Just get another thing.
Yeah, and then you have multiple ways to play it, right? Because each one comes with the character and the baddie. And then you can play the baddie of the second one with the character from the first one and see how that plays. Like now you're starting to get into replayability and variety and like that not the multiverse, the United Marvel United, the way that you can play different characters and it feels different. It's got that kind of replay value to it too. I mean, it's good and it's popular for a reason. You need to go
100%.
Thank you. But it is a solo play. Not everybody likes solo games.
Where's that other Van Ryder game?
Yeah, so we have it's coming.
All right. That'll work.
I do want to try Final Girl though.
I'm not saying anything. When I have more news to share and I'm allowed to, I'll say it. But I talked to Julie and AJ on Monday, and we had our meeting, and things are going well. It's looking beautiful.
Love it.
Nice.
Can't wait.
I'm pretty sure if you catch me at the right time at Origins, I'll be playing the game with Julie.
Nice.
At the show. So I might have some more stuff to talk about next week.
Word of the wise, stock Googs. Just stalk them the whole time.
There you go. Very true.
Please don't.
Just say hi.
Then stalk them.
Say hi first.
Yeah, less weird.
Yeah.
Get consent to stalk. Is that what it is?
That is.
Not stalking if you consent.
Well, you got safe words, Bob. You can figure it out.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. Mine's BlackBerry.
No imagable.
Mm.
We
Catapult
are
Feud
down
is
to the
fun.
W's. We're almost getting there.
It's a fun Catapult Feud's a fun game.
Do I have? Is that the one I got? I do have Catapult by Yellow, right? I got it.
Oh, there we go.
Older one. Yeah. I play this with Clark. We just put stuff together and shoot the. We just make our own little castles. Like, I don't know that I've ever read the rules to it.
No, it's got that nostalgia feel for crossbows and catapults that you had when you were younger, and yeah, it's good.
Yeah, fun.
What is this kid doing? What are you doing?
Watching the game. Oh, not me.
There we go, Sam. Sam is all in tonight. I love it.
Yep, we all do.
Nice.
Cool components for this.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, who doesn't like a Triceratops with a catapult on its back? I mean, come on.
I got the base game. I might have to pick this up. Like, bring this back.
Come on.
Thank you.
Don't know these guys.
It's
kind of sounds cool. Painting, income, economic. I'm interested.
Okay, upstairs.
River Trek. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. I looked at this one. It's got kind of a Mancala. It's a sort of a 5 tribes Mancala. It's a communal Mancala. Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Looked interesting. Yeah, this thing. Moving on. Whirligig.
Whirligig.
Yep. Everybody's been talking about this Molly house since it came out.
Yep.
Luca.
Well.
345.
6 and up.
Yeah, there you go. What you got here? What is this?
Huh.
Oh, it's about wrestlers, luchadors.
Oh, yeah. Luchadors. Nice.
Yeah, there you go.
Lucha.
That says Luca.
There you go. You got Rey Mysterio over here.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, I still have that. Bob, do you remember that Luchadors dice game?
Yes.
I still have that thing somewhere.
Nice.
That's super. The one I'm thinking of. That one's super fun.
You make that wrestling ring, like the board is a wrestling ring, and you throw the dice in there. Yeah, we played that. I bought that at a like a IndieCon flea market. God, 10 years ago, Bob. Back when it was the year they had it in Family Time Games in Indy. Do you remember that year?
Yeah, because that's the year we played History of the World.
It is the year we played History of the World.
And the side game at the same time.
Yes, because that's how long History of the World was taking. But I'll never forget. So I bought Luchadors off of this lady, and we were playing it like you, me, Dane, and maybe Pete were playing it, and we were getting really loud. And the lady that sold it to me came over and is like, "I'm so happy." She's like, "because you guys are enjoying the game that in a way that we never could. So I'm really glad that it's in the hands of some people that are having a good time with it."
Right.
So I think I spent like $5 on it. So,
Nice.
I gotta bust that game out again sometime. Yeah, we got our money's worth just in that play.
Yeah.
That Go Up one, that Vines and Flowers, like that cover looks beautiful.
It is pretty.
That's interesting. Yeah.
I don't know anything about it, but the cover makes me want to know more.
Mm-hmm.
The components look really good.
Peaceful flowered bed filled with elegant roses and lively trumpet creepers. Oh, wow. More creepers. Eagerly waiting you to make it blossom in full bloom. Together, players embark on a collaborative journey to build a stunning pergola, action phase, fulfillment phase, hummingbird phase, and a replenish phase.
Yeah, and you're building in 3D too. The tiles are connected in like that Kokoro kind of way. That Kokoro 3D.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah. Cool.
That's clever. I mean, table presence looks cute.
Yeah, hell yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
All 4 good table presents. Nice.
Yep.
I guess it was on Kickstarter.
Yeah, not available until next year.
Yeah, I mean, I saw in one of the pictures it had a coming to Kickstarter thing on it. So,
gotcha.
That looks pretty.
Yeah,
it does.
Unique.
All right.
wait, that's under the Wales Entertainment booth.
Mhm.
Are we there? We are.
Wharf Rat at the end.
We are at the end.
Almost 2 more.
Yep. Those are your last 2. I didn't look into them.
Push your luck. Crossing no man's land. You know what, man? Like, that could be all right. That could be fun.
Yeah.
In a dark way, right? Like, what is that? World War I. You're, the French countryside trying to cross the.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, World War One.
And then, and then that Aegis robot. I'm pretty sure weren't they with?
They don't have any location.
Didn't they share a booth with Galen Games last year at Gen Con? I think that's the same. Or they were like right next to each other, maybe. I feel like that was the same game because when I was talking to Galen about it, some of his stuff.
Galen's another local Syracuse designer.
Yeah, he's a good dude. We had him on the show. He was fun.
Yep.
Yeah, Galen's great.
We did some stuff for him.
That Forlorn Hope cover, though, like there's no other pictures about what the gameplay is or what the components are. I can't unsee that dude's helmet as a marble.
Oh, sure.
And I want it to be some sort of dexterity, like flicker game where you're trying to like get your marbles to cross and there's things in the way.
Right.
Like that's just my head making
wire and
something.
shit. Yeah. You're trying to flick around barbed wire. You're like, ah.
Yeah, like you're putting stuff in the way, but you got to get your, I don't know.
And then while you're flicking your thing across, everybody else is shooting at it, trying to hit your piece.
That just looks like a marble to me. That's a cool cover, though. I like the black and white, like.
Mm-hmm. Kind of gritty.
More info on it, but 1 to 3 players. Wow.
Interesting.
Weird.
All right.
That's an odd player count. Yeah.
There it
Right.
is.
We
The
have
culmination of our Origins preview list.
100.
All my research paid off.
You did research?
Yeah.
No. Mike's like, yeah, you guys doing some research for this? I said, nope, I'm going in cold. I want to be surprised. I mean, like, and then it was even better because there, in a way, because there was not 5,000 games, right? So
Yep.
But yeah, very cool. Some very cool options, some very cool things you're going to be able to get to see while you're there. Find us, play games, find any of us, play games, especially after hours, man. Especially after hours. Hit us up, hit the Discord.
Yeah. Come to our Friday night meetup, 8:00 at the Open Gaming Hall. And odds are, once we pick a spot for that, we'll possibly congregate there the rest of the weekend.
And then we'll be the loud area. You'll know where we're at because we're the loud ones.
Get all up in our DMs.
Mike, you're gonna have to play Telestrations After Dark with us one of the nights.
Saturday night.
Gestures.
And then Bob, you bring in gestures?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Gestures I probably won't do. Sorry, Bob. Because that's like charades-esque, right?
It's speed charades.
No, I don't. There's not enough liquor in Columbus to get me to do charades. Sorry.
Oh, well,
only
that's
charades
debatable.
I'll
I could
do-
bring a bunch.
I'll pass out before I do charades. Give me the bottle. I'll pass out before I do it. The only game with charades that I will play and I will bring it out to play it is Monikers.
Oh, okay.
Have you played?
No.
Monikers is great. If you haven't played Monikers, grab it. It's awesome. You all get dealt cards. It has anything from like current politics to icon like Coca-Cola to stuff on the internet that you only know if you're like a nerd or a geek and you follow internet stuff. But you shuffle out all the cards and deal out everybody whatever, and everyone picks a certain amount and puts it into a communal deck. So whatever cards you put in there. So if you're dealt 10, you're putting in 7, something like that, right? Then it's team based, so it's like, let's say it's Mike and I and you and Bob, right? You start top decking, and you can, round one, you say whatever you want other than the name of the card. But on most of the cards, there's like a paragraph or something to tell you what the card's about, right? So if you don't know, you can read all that shit.
Okay.
And the idea is to get you to guess the thing. And if you guess it, you put it into a points pile, you get another card. Every round is a minute. So Mike and I would have 1 minute to get through as many cards as we can. Round one, and then when it's done, it goes to you. And then you have a minute to go through it. And then it comes back to us. And you go until the deck is done. Round one, you can say whatever you want other than the title of the card. You can read what's on there. You can give anything you want to get the person to say it. When you're done with the deck, you count up all your points. You reshuffle the deck. So it's all the same cards that you just heard. You reshuffle the deck. Round two, you can only give 1-word clues.
So this is like Time's Up Title Recall.
Yeah, so we played a game just like that. Yeah.
Correct. The third round, there's no words, it's only gestures.
Yes.
By the time you get to that third round, you've already done, like, I'm Italian, so I've already made some gestures, or people have already done something where I feel comfortable enough to do something that somebody else already did. That's
Right.
the only.
So it's not really charade, it's more mimicking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's the only time I'll do it.
I do have a crazy game that I kickstarted like a long time ago called God Hates Charades. And you basically draw 2 cards and you got to put them together, right? So it could be like Jabba the Hutt feeding a kitten to an ATM. And so then you've got to like figure out how to get people to.
That's the example you came up with?
Yeah. I don't know why.
Wow. Somebody give this guy another drink.
Let's go.
Wow.
But anyways, yeah, God Hates Charades is kind of a, I will just say irreverent, sort of charades party game. Like, who cares? You're just doing it to, like, what crazy shit am I going to have to try to do to get people to guess?
Right.
So, somebody's asking, Scotch, wine, or rum?
Wow.
Scotch. No question.
Think about some rum recently.
Yeah, well, wait. There's some things to consider. What time? Where are you located? What time is it?
9 a.m. Scotch.
Yeah. I like some wine.
Yeah. I appreciate wine. Good wine, as long as it's red. If it's white, go with something. If it's red,
I really prefer semi-sweet reds.
Not a wine guy. I tried. But I also have not like actively tried like good wine. So
that's the only way to find the ones you like.
I mean, I get the finest boxes I could find.
Yeah. Listen, man, I get all the good Boone's Farm flavors.
Yeah.
Oh, upstate New York.
I like
It's Wednesday night. I think the wine is the way to go.
The wine is the way to go.
Wine Wednesday.
Fools like us and overindulge on a Wednesday night on whiskey.
Yeah,
I mean, it is Whiskey Wednesday, so you do the whiskey. But upstate New York, I mean, you're a local, so there's really good wineries around. Depending on where you are in upstate, I mean, there's some really good wine up here.
There you go.
We'll have to see if Andrew Styles has anything to say about that.
It's cool.
He was. I think it was on your show. He mentioned something like those $20, $30, $40 bottle of wine. Sometimes you're just getting taken because they're not worth it. Yeah, especially if you're not into it. Like those $10, $15 bottle of wines can be much better.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, what was that? It was a Cabernet Sauvignon we got from like, where'd you guys get that wine? It was Costco wine, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was at Costco.
Wasn't bad.
Well, what was funny is Bob and I were working this Notre Dame class reunion, and they had this wine there, and I sent a picture of the bottle and the label to Styles, and I go, "Hey man, good wine or not?" And he said, "Cool label." I was like, "Okay, right on, man."
But yeah, for the price. Funny.
Oh, Hudson Valley, that's cool. I grew up just north of Westchester, and I moved up here.
I have family around there.
Yeah, Hudson Valley is nice, beautiful in the fall. I mean, all of New York is beautiful in the fall.
Yeah,
except the city.
yeah. I used to live in Glens Falls. I tell you that.
I think you did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sucks you moved out.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't have met these guys if you had.
I was going to say, I disagree.
True.
Yeah.
I disagree.
I get it.
For my
Makes
own
sense.
selfish purposes.
Yeah.
Right, because if Bob still lived in Glens Falls, I probably would never have met Bob. And the reason I met Bob is because he knows you guys, and so it all works.
It's all
out.
sliding doors, right?
Yeah.
All, it's how it goes.
Yep.
Well, this has been amazing. Mike, what's your score? What's your score on your game before we sign
up
off?
8.
Pacers are up by 8 with the Thunder at the line. About 3 minutes left.
And they're at the field house, right? You guys are in Indy?
Yep.
Yeah. Right on.
They've doubled up their fourth quarter so far.
Wait, the field house. They don't play at Lucas Oil?
Really high ceilings.
No, but we will at Gen Con.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's true.
wow.
We will. We need a good basketball board game so that we could do that. But yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to seeing you next week. It's going to be a great time. Eric, you and your wonderful wife and all of the awesome people that you hang out with, like bring that. I love that circle. It's really cool how we meet all these people right from different areas, and all of their circles, of their gamers and their people are awesome. And then we just get to jam them all together at big conventions and just hang out. So really looking forward.
Make our Venn diagram just one big circle.
Yeah, that's it.
One of my favorite con experiences ever, and I'm not saying this because of certain things, but legitimately, was that night at Origins where we devved that game for 3 hours.
Oh, dude. Oh.
And Andrew came, and then Sam came, and it was Eric and Nick's. It was their game that we were deving. So in a weird way, like your first experience with Eric, he wasn't even there. You were just playing one of the games that he co-designed. That was truly one of my most favorite con experiences ever.
That was so much fun. Just throwing it back out. Weren't the Rossies there? I think the Rossies were in on that too, right?
The Rossies there. Evan came came by. Yep.
Yeah.
One of my most jelly experience I missed out on was that night there.
It was phenomenal. It was so much fun. We'll do it again. We'll do it again this year.
It'll be a good time, man. We're gonna play some games. It's gonna be.
I did something similar with Brandon, Yuval, and the guy who co-designed FinSpan. Where they were just busting out their prototypes, and we were just like, changing different rules. Try it again. Okay, no, let's pack up a little bit. Let's change this rule a little bit, and I'll try this. And that was a blast.
Was that David Gordon?
I think it was.
Yeah, he was one of the co-designers of FinSpan. He did Monkey Palace with Tam.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the dude.
Yeah. He had a card game that we tried. I didn't care so much for that card game, but I enjoyed the crap out of FinSpan. That's my favorite span game I played. So.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, they did good work on that. For sure.
Yeah. And
all right. Yeah. Well, let's wrap it up. Let's get some sleep. Because
it's late. Oh, like Tim's internet gave out.
Oh no.
Sweet. That was awesome timing.
Or he's got a dead device.
That's true. His phone might have died as well.
That's hysterical.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. It gives Rice 2.5 minutes of the game left he can watch without feeling like he's ignoring everybody here.
Oh, he's back. Oh, shit. Oh, hey, Tim.
Am I back?
Oh, Tim's back.
You're back.
Yes.
You didn't miss anything.
Nope, nothing at all. Don't go back and watch the replay.
No, you're good.
Whatever you do. So you were signing us out, Tim.
I was. I still see Googs as like a spinning circle.
He's there. I see you. I see him. And London, I see France.
What? You're going to see London and France?
Mike's looking at his underpants.
We will see London, but not.
We will see London. Yeah. So anyways, I really can't wait to see everybody next week. If you have the ability, hit us up at the meetup. Friday night at Origins. Watch the Discord, watch our socials. We will tell you where to find us. It's going to be in the open game area. And honestly, hit us up in the Discord anytime while you're at the show, and let's meet up and do something. So, and I'm really looking forward to, unlike QSCon, getting to play some games with Googs next week.
100%. Yeah, it's going to be a different show for me, like being able to be there and
Do what you want.
play and walk and hang out, and I'm looking forward to every minute of it.
It's gonna be a nice
Looking
time,
forward
man. You're
to
gonna
it.
have a great time.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah! Can't
All
wait.
right, boys. Well, also make sure you are checking out Canvas Critters. Be on the watch for Canvas Critters and all of the great projects they got going on over there. Also, every Monday, check out the Full 42 because you think we have good guests. They got some baller-ass guests over there. They've got great designers on there all the time. And sometimes we show up and lower the bar just a little bit. They also play some fun games and do some good stuff over there. And it's not always board games. Sometimes they're talking about movies, which I love. So you guys change it up, do a good job. It's always entertaining.
Hey, Mike, real quick before we sign off, go back to the Canvas Critters Kickstarter page.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you got to check in.
We got another bump for you, Mike. We got two.
Two more.
We got two, and Pacers are up by 8. Pacers in 6.
All right, guys. Googs, as always, man, thank you for coming on. It is always our great honor and pleasure to have you with us. So, for the board game rundown, I've been Tim,
Bob,
Mike,
and Mike.
Yes, we will see you next week at Origins.
Oh yeah.
We'll see you guys.
Good
next
job,
time.
Stonemeyer. A 7.3 repeating. Heating.